All right, we're gonna listen to Diz
All right.
summarize.
We are back with some Not Actually Heroes, The Forgotten, our sister campaign to Not Actually Heroes Cataclysm, which is on Saturdays, alternating weeks. I am Dr. Diz _DM, and just jumping into it. Last time, there is a tier 1 sub. Thanks, Devilbug.
Right off the bat, let's go.
Right off the bat. So last time we had, I can't remember. It wasn't tragedy last time, but the episode before we had a little bit of a tragedy with one of the characters dying. And then as the party made it back to town, they brought the miners back that they had rescued, and they ran across someone who looked very familiar. And it was the person who had died that was in their party, Eahdale. And but he acted like he didn't know them, but he felt some type of connection with them, so he went along with them. So I do believe you guys made it back to Mondovis last time, and Berkeley and Diona went over what you guys needed to do for the mission that she or her patron was going to put you guys on. And I think we kind of left off there as you guys went to sleep for the evening, and we're getting up the next day to get ready to head out. So I will turn it over to you guys. So you guys are waking up and coming out into the main hall there. You'll notice that the other group of adventurers are, some of them are about the main hall there.
Is Meridius.
Yes.
So I'm kind of new here, but how do we get started on a mission where we have no starting point for the mission?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't really call them contacts. I've ran into some people along my travels on this continent to get to where we are right now. And they told us we should head south so we could potentially go to the plains and ask the druids if they know anything. And then potentially we could head to some of the military installations, but I just don't know how much the military is really going to know about a temple. They seem to be more hell-bent on conquering this continent than caring about what's on it.
So we go to the druid.
About this time, you hear Berkeley's office door open up. He walks out with like a cup of coffee in his hand, and is just surveying the room, and sees Meridius. Meridius,
Yes,
can I have a word?
sure. And I'll turn and look at Eahdale and go, I'll finish my thought when I come back.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
You go into his office there, and you go to like close the door. He's like, "No, don't worry about that." Here, and he kind of reaches into the drawer and is shuffling around some stuff, and he puts some things out onto the table there. They're just shiny, like metallic. He's like, I forgot last time. The main guild sent these as well. And as you walk over and kind of look at them, you just kind of look up at them, kind of puzzled. They're kind of, the other thing was a communication device for long range. These are more for short range.
Okay.
So you attach them to your ear or to somewhere on you, and you can communicate with the other ones.
Are they, I guess, only able to be picked up by the ones linked to what's on the table?
He like shuffles around, pulls out like a letter. He puts on some glasses and kind of looks at the letter. Yeah, they are supposed to only be heard by the others wearing the same thing. Yes.
Okay. I didn't want us to have them on and then be able to be picked up by, someone else looking for the temples or the military or whatever and be in on whatever we're trying to do.
Yep. The other group have some as well, but they are. I'm pretty sure they're independent of each other.
Okay. I will make sure that the team gets each one of each so that we can have communications on a more quieter basis if need be.
Right.
And I'll reach down and pick them up.
Where's your group going to head?
Well, you mentioned heading south to some military encampments, but when I came through this continent to the south of here in the plains are some druids that have told me some lore about what happened to the dog-like creatures that are running the plains. So they may have some type of lore or direction that could send us towards some type of temple.
Yeah, they might know something. They've been here for a long time. So.
And I know, and I've met one of them personally, so I may be able to get our foot in the door a little further than just, hey, we come looking for information. So I guess we'll start there.
Sounds good. Sounds promising. All right. That's all. Be safe out there.
And like we discussed, if it seems like something's not right, we'll contact you to see if either you found out information that you hadn't given us or to let you know that we've been crossed in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, do that. I've got some information from the main guild that is I don't know, kind of disturbing. They're into some different types of missions out there and dealing with the government, and this feels strangely kind of familiar to something like that. So just be careful. I don't know this Diona, and I don't know if she cares about what happens to us. So
yeah, it struck me as odd that she found us so easily. I mean, she told us how she found us, and it checked with everything that we did prior to getting where we were the night she stumbled upon us. But that seemed too easy to get information out of Calder, especially with what I had to deal with in dealing with him.
yeah, she
may
has
have
an
deeper
interesting way.
pockets than we know.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, like I said, be careful.
We'll do. And like I said, we'll try to get your as you put it, your cleaner back in one piece if we can.
Yeah, kind of grown fond of him.
Well, he's growing quite a bit since he joined us. He's learning magic and becoming more confident. So who knows? He may be having to drag my old butt home.
Pretty sure there's a fat joke in there, Chad.
Or a tall one.
Or a tall fat joke.
All right, so they get up and kind of go back out to the main hall. I'd say most of the people are out there now. So if there's anything you guys want to do before you leave,
I'll call the team over since we're all in the main hall.
all right, they all approach you.
Berkeley just gave me some more information and decided that I guess, main guild decided that we needed a little more assistance, and they sent us communication devices. And I'll hold one of them up. Apparently, you put this on your ear or your necklace or whatever, close to where you can activate it with your voice, and then the others can hear you.
I'm sorry, Meridius. Was that band playing all morning? I don't remember them being here earlier.
Kai says, but I can hear. Can you not hear me? I can hear you from right here.
I'll hand Kai one of them, and then I'll turn around and
Kai
whisper.
immediately puts it in the backpack, in the bag of holding.
I'll like, no, put it on. I'm gonna show you how this works. Put it on.
What is it? I don't have pierced ears.
You put it on your necklace or on the side of your
They're
collar.
clip-ons.
All right, I'll clip it on my necklace.
And then I turn around my back to him and I whisper into one. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you're standing right there.
But can you hear me like I'm talking normally?
Are you not talking normally?
No, I'm whispering to you.
And then I'll look at everybody else like, am I having a mental breakdown?
Yes.
Maybe. I haven't known you very long.
So
Oh, I know. I will go in the other room, and then you try to tell me something, and I am in the other room.
Well, here, Mordecai, you need one of these first
Yes.
before you go.
It would have been funnier if you let him go without it.
Yeah, but I've dealt with him enough that he'd have been going, I heard nothing, and then come back and thought everything was broken. I know how
That
that
is
would have
true.
played out.
I would tell you the truth. If I heard you, I would say I hear you. If I don't, I would say I do not hear you, Fishman.
And then
Okay, I'm going to go to the kitchen, and then you try to sell me something super secret. Then Mordecai runs off to the kitchen.
when he leaves, I look at Kai and say, tell Mordecai to make you some cookies.
okay, so Kai turns and walks toward the kitchen.
No. Just say it out loud.
So Kai yells, "Make me
Ah.
some cookies!"
Kai, you're killing me.
I heard that.
I see you have some work to do.
Wouldn't
Do
it
I
be
have to press a
better if
button or
we could
anything?
speak quieter, though?
So Kai yells back, "I agree. This doesn't seem very effective."
This is not sneaky.
And then someone thinks something, and all right, somebody thinks something. Throw something out
Mordecai's
there.
thinking, he's like, these stupid things don't work for shit.
All right, and then everybody hears that. That's one on.
Kai screams.
What happened to Kai?
Why are you screaming, Kai?
Mordecai runs back in. Is everything okay?
I can hear it, and I point at Mordecai. I can hear his thoughts.
You can hear my thoughts?
Are you magic, Kai?
Think something. I'm not magic.
Okay, I will think something. Okay, so Mordecai puts his hands out, closes his eyes, brings his hands up to his temples,
Cast fireball.
and he's like,
So Kai mimics this, by the way. Kai does the exact same
and
motion.
thinks to himself, the floors in here really need mop. They are horrible.
So when Mordecai
Stenasi goes
opens
to look
his
for a mop.
eyes, yeah, when Mordecai opens his eyes, Kai's standing there with a mop.
You did hear what I thought.
I think I'm going crazy, but
So if I put that on, you're going to be able to hear every thought I have?
yes.
I don't know that I want that on.
I would say that it's probably only if you're directing it to somebody.
So Kai points at Meridius and says, "Yes," because Kai is lost at this point. He is completely confused.
At which point, since I have mine on, I'll pull my trident off. put it in my hand and look at it. And then I'll try to say something to my trident, not directed towards any of them.
While you're holding it in your hand?
Yes.
Okay. So you say something in your mind, but they don't hear it because you feel like your focus is not on that object. So
And then I look at them and go, so what I say?
You said this is a magnificent trident.
No.
You said that's definitely not a fork.
I don't know. I do not have an earring.
At which
Indeed,
point I'm
yet.
putting it back on my back because none of you heard what I thought.
Did you hear me say you're ogling your trident again?
You know, one of these days, you're going to say something that
One of
makes
these
absolutely
days.
no sense.
I already think half of the things you say make no sense.
I agree.
But that's with all of you, not just Kai or Mordecai or... I don't understand.
I told you, you got your head hit with rocks and you forgot everything.
You
I
hear
didn't-
Stanasi just kind of whimper as you
I-
say that to Elrio.
I didn't forget. I just got here. I did not have my head hit with rocks.
Kai nods exaggeratedly. Okay.
I put my hand out towards Meridius for the earring.
I'll hand that one to him, and then I'll hand one to Stanasi.
Put it on and go. So what? I just talk and you hear me?
Apparently, you have to think what you want to say to the group.
So I stop moving my mouth and I think, so what? I just think and you hear me?
Yes. And I respond
I
without
heard that.
opening my mouth.
I guess this is cool. So, do we go to the druids? Or
That is where I think we would get a good start. They've been around for a while. They know of legends of the plains, and they could potentially point us in the right direction.
is this
Alright.
okay with everyone?
Oh, sorry, I was thinking it in my head. Yes, that's fine. I think we should go see these druids. These druids, right? Is it druids?
Are they druish?
I've never seen them. Do they look druish? Is
Oh,
Meridius, is druish a thing?
At which point, I'm just going to shake my head and walk out the door.
You can tell me through the ear thing. You don't have to say it out loud. He's not, I don't know why he doesn't talk with us more. I enjoy our conversations.
I follow Meridius.
I am going to mop this floor one last time before we leave.
No, you're not. Let's go.
But it needs it really bad.
It will still be here when you get back.
Okay,
if you get
fine,
back.
Fine. What do you mean,
so-
if?
Do not know.
All right. So as you go outside, I can't remember if you purchased horses last time, right?
We have 2 horses and a wagon.
A wagon. Yeah.
Elrail bottom.
With the
And-
So,
extra comfy straw.
And
Extra
Keltash,
premium. coffee
Comfy,
straw.
non-itchy straw.
That's right. We got it's the Cadillac of wagons.
and
Purple.
Keltash
It's
bought
purple.
his own horse.
Okay. All right. So you guys, I think, brought the horses back to the guild hall itself, if I remember
did.
correctly.
We
So,
did not
um,
stop at the stables.
So you retrieve your horses, and you're basically getting geared up to head out. Is there anything you want to do before you leave the city?
Well, we could potentially go and stop by the general store and see if there's any potions of healing
Okay.
prior to leaving,
Yes,
guys.
I would like to buy some potions of healing.
Okay. As you go
That
to
sounds
the local general store, they have the baseline healing potion and just the one above it, just a couple of the one above it.
How much are they?
And I do believe let me double check the price.
Un momento, por favor.
I think I always remember, but then I doubt myself every time. So
50 for basic, and then like
50
I
for
don't know.
basic and
150 or something.
200 for greater. And there's about probably like 3 greater healing potions if you're interested.
Is there one that tastes like pumpkin spice latte?
For 1 gold extra, some pumpkin spice can be added to the potion.
I turn to,
did you say
Meridius
pumpkin
and
spice?
Says, I didn't know you were basic.
There's a lot of stuff you don't know about me, little monk.
I'll be here all week.
Don't forget to tip your waitress.
All right.
Yeah, we'll
So anybody
definitely
want to
take the
purchase
3.
any of those, or no? So
As
you're
we're-
taking.
As we're going this,
Yeah, I want to. Sorry, I want to purchase 2 of the basic ones.
Okay.
Non pumpkin spice.
How much were the basic ones and the ones above basic?
50 and 200.
Okie dokie.
So they're just standard potion of healing.
Yep. So 2 of them would be 100 gold. So if you want to mark that off, and then add you 2 healing potions.
I would like to purchase 2 regulars
Okay.
and 2 of the one above regular.
All right. Okay. All right. So that would be 500 gold if you want to mark that off.
Okay. And it's just healing. But what's the one above the standard healing potion?
Greater.
Greater. Okay.
Yep. Mhm. All right. Anybody else can do the same if they want. There's only 1 greater healing potion left, though. So,
I'll buy the other greater healing potion.
all right. So just mark that gold off and add that to your inventory.
You said it was 50, right?
200 for the greater.
200. I thought my bad.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not
50 for
buying
just
that.
the regular. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
No. Well, how much platinum? Oh, I have 900. Never mind. 900. So it doesn't go pieces.
Yep.
So
So whatever you want to purchase there.
That's why I splurged.
and then
All right. So any
I'll
other
buy 3.
purchases?
I'll buy
Okay.
3 of the regular.
3 of the regulars. Okay.
I cannot find greater healing in D&D Beyond.
Just
Kai,
do a
there-
healing potion, and it'll show you. It'll say healing potion, and then in parentheses it'll say greater.
Oh, okay, that's why then. All right.
Kai, there is a box of cinnamon flavored cookies for 2 copper pieces if you want to buy that.
Did you say
If you're-
the pumpkin spice flavor one was 1 gold extra?
It is 1 gold extra for
pumpkin
Okay.
spice.
pumpkin spice.
Okay, so I did get a pumpkin spice potion of greater healing. Just
Yes.
want
It-
to
it
make
tur-
that clear.
It turns the potion a little like orangier color and
Like it.
definitely has a pumpkin spice flavor to it.
Kai purchases all of the cookies in the store.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Okay, I-
He
So
has
we'll
a bag
say-
of holding. So
We'll say
yes.
that's 2 silver worth of cookies, and that's probably like probably like 50 boxes worth of cookies there. So.
Kai is one of those people. The Girl Scouts he's an easy mark.
Mm,
You know.
sounds like Reek and IRL.
Same.
All right, so you guys head out of town then. As you guys are passing by, some of you might glance over to the side and see a little girl kind of with her head cocked sideways looking at you guys, and she starts waving.
I wave back.
Some of you might recognize that as Rose.
Oh, I wave back.
as you guys are heading out. So the road leads you to, it leads southeast for a ways. What was that, Rican?
I was gonna ask, is Rose wearing what I gave her?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wanted to make sure I was
So the road travels southeast for about 2 days' time. And feel free to interject if you guys want to, camp at any point. I mean, there will be regular camp stops. You're traveling like 8 hours a day, stuff like that. But to kind of move through the tedious, perception checks and stuff like that on the road, we'll just jump through this a little bit. Unless you guys want to do any role playing or anything like that, just feel free to.
On like night 2 or 3,
Mhm.
I would try to position myself to have watch with Stanasi.
That's perfect because on night 2 or 3, I was wanting to talk to Elril. So that's fucking great.
So on the second night, on your way southeast to the small, you could call it a town, but it's more like a military base of Grime. You guys are camping out. You're still a few miles away from the town, and you guys go through the watches. And on second watch, we've got Elril and Stanasi.
I know you say you don't remember, but I can't help but feel guilty every time I look at you.
Guilty about what, Stanasi?
The rocks, the cave, just the whole thing. You shouldn't be here right now.
I do not honestly know what you are talking about. I wasn't part of a cave or rocks. Is this why you haven't been able to look at me during the travel?
You say that you weren't a part of it, but you were there. I saw the rocks crush you. I'm the reason why the rocks crushed you.
I honestly, outside of a little, like, mental pain, if you will, I wasn't the Elril that your friends speak of. He uses a bow. I use a sword and shield. He wasn't much of a magic wielder. Very minor things. I use my powers to heal. I've not heard much about us that are the same, other than similar appearance and name. But I had just gotten to town when y'all found me. I wasn't in the cave. But I've noticed you haven't been able to make eye contact since we met.
I hear what you're saying, but it just, I still get the same vibe. I still sense the same energy. And yeah, I just, I can't look at you and not think of how I always get in my way. How I always do something to hurt someone close to me. And man, it's even now, like I still feel like I'm talking to who was with us that day.
Hey, maybe it's fate, maybe it was me in another life. You never know, but I can promise you cannot hurt me. Just like I am here to protect, I have protection of my own. And I take my sword that's out and I kind of run my hand across it. And as it cuts into my hand, I cast Cure Wounds on myself. So it starts to cut open and bleed and then immediately closes back up. I have been sent by the gods with a purpose. And you can, nothing that you do, whether on purpose or on accident, can stop that.
Even he put so much faith into the gods too.
Sounds like a smart man.
I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable.
Not at all. I was actually thinking, but I'm sorry if me being here has made you feel uncomfortable.
Not as much anymore. Consider it a cleaning of the slate, so to say.
Very well. If you need anything, I'm here. For the time being, I'm here. The team seems to all feel like there's some connection to me. And I have a purpose to live out in this plane. And if the team can help, then that is great.
Very well then.
And then I'll just kind of keep watch for the for the rest of our watch, and then as we get ready to change shift, it won't last very long, but I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on Stanasi.
Okay.
Try to ease her as she's laying down to rest.
Okay, you kind of see Stanasi as like she's walking, away slightly as you're going to cast it. You see her, it's almost like she's transparent for a moment, like just flickering almost. And then as you kind of cast that, she solidifies and like she's no longer like flickering, we'll say.
I like that.
Good night. I don't know who we woke up for the next watch, but I just wanted to get that out.
All right. So you travel the next day on into Grime. It's a small town, we'll say. There's some farmland around it, but it's mostly just like a small military base. I don't know if you guys want to check any shops. There are very few in this area. It is like the very typical, almost small town in a D&D setting, except for there's a lots of soldiers around instead of just town folk. If not, we'll continue on south.
I think we should just keep it going.
Yeah, I agree.
So another 4 days past Grime. About 2.5 days out, you come across a river that you guys have to kind of go across. Just think of the Oregon Trail. You're fording the river. No, there's probably like a little bridge there across the road. You guys go across the road, and another like day and a half after that, you come to this like small town, small city of Clover. It's littered with farmland. To the west of the city, as you approach, the guards at the gate, they identify themselves under the charge of Major Ronald Winveer, and ask you basically, what mission you're on, or why you're coming to the city that day.
We are trying to get to the more Alex around, trying to get to some druids in the south. Do you happen to know approximately where they would be at? We need to ask him for some information.
Druids.
Yes, druids.
Goes back and kind of just whispers to the other guard and looks over at them. Roll a persuasion check. Mordecai.
Okay. All right.
First roll of the night, no pressure.
We can, yeah, no pressure. All right. Do not worry. I am very good at the persuasion. I can talk people out of having to clean all the time. That would be a 23.
23. Comes back, says, so I have not heard of these druids. My partner here says that they are far to the south in the Uluru steppe onto the Wagulu plains. Am I saying that right? He's looking back. He's like, Wagulu? Wagulu, I think, yes.
Mordecai turns around to everybody. He's like, we apparently have to go to this igloo, and then we go to the Hakuna Matata Plains.
At which point Meridius puts his hand on Mordecai and says, I know where we're heading. I've been there.
Oh, well, good. He knows where we're going.
All right, you're free to pass into the city if you need to, or you can be on your way, either. Whatever works for you.
But do we want to shop, or do we want to just go through? Because do you guys even have anything nice in the shops, or are you just kind of like, there's like 3 potions and a cat?
Somebody bought the cat. There's a couple potions.
Damn. Sorry about the cat. I suggest that we continue on towards the druids. How's that?
I concurs.
Okay. All right. So you guys.
Let's go, everybody.
There you go. All right. So you travel another I'd say it's probably about close to 5 days. And this area here in between the rivers is called Inya Plains.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm such a
Waiting.
child.
Maybe it's in your planes.
Waiting for jokes. And then you come to a second river. There is another small bridge on the road there. You cross it, and it's another.
That river, does it border Inya Plains, Nauchias, or
The next area doesn't really. I think it's part of the Jarara. There's too many R's.
Get
Jarara.
the started.
No, you gotta roll the
Veil.
bars. Wait.
I think it's part of that. We'll call it the Veil. Some of these names I kind of had to make up, and some of them were already there. So this one was already
Smell what
there.
The plains is cooking.
So the other place is like part of the Veil that you're going into. So not bordered to your ass. No.
This river is weird. It goes all the way from the ground up into space near Uranus.
So you travel
Good night,
another like
everybody.
7.5 days to Eahdale. Eahdale is a bigger city. It's not as big as Mondovas, but it is close in size. You can see several towers constructed like at the edge of the forest that borders Eahdale to the east. You can somebody roll a perception check. We'll see what else you can see from here.
Just one person or everybody?
Everybody can, yeah. I mean, if you're looking.
Solid 9.
9.
I got a 15.
15's good, yeah.
I got an 11.
21?
I'm
21?
unconscious because I rolled in that one.
Yeah, you guys are looking at the towers, the 15 and the 21. You guys notice that large portions of the forest look like they have been intentionally like burnt down. Just
And we're
on the
in
other
the
side
city
of the
right now?
towers. You're outside of the city still, kind of approaching the city. There's lots of large towers around the perimeter of the city. There's a wall encompassing it, and then there's towers out past the city near the forest line. And a large portions of the forest line there have been burnt away from the towers.
Is this like a normal city back in the day where there's, like encampments right outside the gates?
There are
vendors and-
some. Yeah, there's some farmland to the west side of it, and there is so you can see some small homesteads. You also see approaching the gate there are several small businesses and stuff like that.
I would go up to one of them and hello, yes.
Well, hi there. What can I
Hey.
help you with?
I was wondering, and I kind of pull my hood down to make sure it's covering. I was wondering, the forest, it's looks like it's being burned.
Oh yeah, darling. They have to do that to keep those the Arakocra away. They attack the city and they hide in the trees, so they have to do that.
Why burn it? Why not cut down the trees and use the lumber?
Well, I don't know. I guess you'd have to ask one of those army guys, the military.
Okay.
I just sell trinkets, and would you be interested?
I look down. Is there anything of little stones with like half crooked smiley faces on them?
Yep.
No, I don't. I honestly don't know what I would do with it. They're so nice, and I travel so much that I wouldn't want to lose it.
Oh, well, you could buy your girlfriend over there one, pointing at Stanasi.
She travels a lot too.
Kai is scandalized when he hears this, by the way.
When did you
don't-
two get together?
I don't know that she.
Never happened.
I don't know that she would be any better at keeping hold of it than I. And they're much too valuable to be lost on the road somewhere. Very nice.
I'll be here all day, darling.
Kai walks over to her and takes his bag of assorted rock and other junk out of his and starts comparing. I had these. I think they're very nice.
Oh, that is nice. Look at that. That's shiny.
We should trade. I'll give you this shiny, and I'll give her one of the.
I just walk away while Kai is bartering.
So I give her one of the free Lady of the Evening tokens.
Okay.
For the last city that we were in.
This is nice.
I think you get a prize with it too.
From Moldova. That's nice. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can have one of these over here. It's like maybe like a silver type. I would like to think silver plated.
Of course. So Kai picks it up and regards it with just awe, and he's thank you, and he puts it in his little bag of other associated junk, and then he puts that back in the bag of holding, and he walks away.
All right.
Kai is not stealing buttons from everybody, not knowing what they're gonna do with them, just taking them.
No, Kai's lawful. He's not stealing anything, but he will barter for things. Okay.
You will have the best collection at the end of the game.
I will. Yes, it will be legend. It will be legend.
Mordecai goes over to Stanasi. And he's like, this is congratulations on you and Toril hitting it off. I mean, it was a, how do they say, a whirlwind of a romance. I mean, you met, you fought together, he died, then he came back and has no idea who we are, and you all found love. That is great, Stanasi. I mean, that is wonderful.
I look at him and I just kind of shake my head at him, and where's my Nora in all this?
Oh, she's over near the wagon. Yeah.
She's with us, right?
Yeah.
Passed out drunk in the wagon.
Okay, so so I look at him and I look at Mordecai and I'm just no, just no. I'm more of a Winora type of gal.
You're very large and like to hit people with hammers?
Or maybe be the one that gets it. I don't know. I don't know.
I've not seen the Toril with a hammer, but whatever you guys do in private is up to you. I'm just saying, I really like that you two crazy kids are together.
He says that and I just smack him. Do you want me to roll an attack?
Sure.
I'll do it.
Yes, please
I
do.
will absolutely roll an attack roll.
It's an unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike.
I do not know why you're
16 to hit.
That hits.
2 damage.
Ow!
If you repeat this again, it'll be a lot worse next time.
He was just trying to be nice.
No, we don't. No.
Kai is scandalized when he sees Mordecai get slapped. So,
if you could only have rolled a natural 1.
I really wanted to. I really wanted to roll a natural 1.
As I make contact with his face, a fireball goes off in my hand, killing both of us.
I look at as Mordecai yells out, I'm like, remember the tentacles.
I do remember the tentacles.
Okay.
That's the night you killed me.
Yeah.
Why would you want to bring that up? That is a very touchy subject for me. I get all emotional. Kai, can I have a cookie?
God damn it.
Kai goes over to comfort Mordecai and gives him a cookie.
I'm just gonna walk back to the wagon.
I was happy and
Just gonna soak off to the wagon.
I don't know what to do. I'm just hungry now.
I don't know, Mordecai. I thought it was a perfectly reasonable question. I don't know.
I do not
In my
understand
head, I'm
people's
thinking to the
feelings.
two of them. You guys are wearing your communicators, right?
Yes.
All right. So I start thinking directly to the two of them. You guys do not stop. Just let it die. Just let it go.
As he says that, Kai looks straight up in the air.
Fucking can't take him serious.
Is that you, Lord?
Denier sounds just like Stanasi right now.
I activate my earring and go, wait, who is dying? Am I needed back there?
So Stanasi, as you're walking by the wagon there, Winora was watching the whole thing. She says, when you slapped him, you had me. And when you started talking down to him, oh, chills ran all over my body.
What are you drinking right now? I can use some of it.
She hands you whatever she's drinking. It's pretty strong.
Tasty.
All right. Do you guys want to go on into the city there, or?
I'm stopped in the middle of the road towards the city, turned around, looking at them with my hands in the air like this, going, "Who's dying? You all look fine. Why did you say over the headphones somebody's dying?"
Is it near nighttime? I
At
mean,
this
should we be
point, Kai
looking for a
realizes
place to
what
camp or
happened.
stay?
It's probably past midday, so you're probably getting into the late afternoon. Yeah.
How much farther do we have until where we think we're going?
So looking at the map, you probably have another 7-8 days to the edge of where you're going.
Stay in a real bed tonight. That would not be terrible, because they sold us the extra plushie in the wagon. I think that was a lie. I'm just gonna say I think it was a lie.
I will buy us a room if we can find one. How about that? Is that good with everybody? And then I go, Stanasi, is that okay with you? Because I don't want smacked again.
As long as we all have our own separate rooms.
Okay. Okay. So the Mordecai goes and tries to find an inn.
All right. So you guys go on into the town. As you're passing through the gate, one of the guards comes over and stops you. Says, where are you guys heading to?
We are heading to the south, but we are trying to come into the city to find a place to rest for the night.
He's kind of just looking everybody over. Says, I don't mean to be suspicious, but we have to be careful.
Just don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Major Ernwil is she's having us check everyone who's coming through, especially large groups. So
we are perfectly normal people.
Okay.
Yes, he says that. Kai chuckles.
My hood is down to where you can't see my face.
Roll another persuasion check.
I want to motion the guard over to me.
Okay.
I reach over and grab hold of Mordecai and give him guidance.
Okay, so that I don't know what guidance does.
Is guidance verbal?
Yeah.
Okay. So just so you know, when you cast a spell, people kind of know that you're casting a spell. If you do it in front of them. Okay.
It's like, but it's verbal, like
I'm not saying he knows what the spell is. He just knows that you're doing something, so
yeah, but it's like inspiration. Like I reach over and I tell him like, oh, thank you, or I encourage him in some way of some sort.
I rolled a 25.
25. It's all right. Meridius, you said you motioned for him?
Yeah, I motioned for him to come over to the wagon.
It
Walks
allows
on
you to
over.
add a D4 on ability checks.
I reach in my pocket and I pull out the seal of the guild and show it to him.
Oh. So you're with the Adventuring Guild. Yeah. Go on past, yeah. There's an inn, if you're looking for an inn, just down the main strip here on the left.
Thank you.
the way we're doing hydrate with all Diet Coke, so what you get,
Hydrate.
you spend that 100 diesel bucks, you get hydrated with Diet Coke.
Not really hydrating, sir.
Look, don't get it. We'll spend a 2-hour long conversation on this.
I mean,
I don't have water on me right now in the room with me. On break, I'll get water, Chad. Okay, I promise.
All right, so you guys are heading into the city here. There are some as you pass through the large gate there. You'll notice that there are rather large doors, that could be closed and latched if need be. The walls are stone, and the streets are kind of like cobblestone. So there's a bit of work done to this town or city that you didn't see in the last two towns. They were more just like, if there were like paved type roads, there were very few. This one seems to be pretty well paved throughout. A lot of the buildings are like, at least down the main strip, are 2 and 3 stories tall. They stand probably just as tall as the wall, or maybe a little shorter. There's several people moving to and fro. There, you will notice some military here and there, but not as much as the smaller towns that you passed. So, are you guys heading straight to the inn?
Mordecai is going to the inn, yes.
Yeah, Kai
Okay.
will go with him. Yeah.
Jeez, I have to get the rooms.
All right. So you come to the Lucky Snowman.
The Lucky Snowman.
Yep.
It's a very unique name.
So as you enter, there is like a little restaurant inside, and there are, quite a few people in there eating. Pretty busy. There's a number of waiters, waitresses moving throughout, taking orders and delivering food and stuff like that. There's a bar up at the kind of the right side to the back. And behind the bar, there is a half-orc standing there.
Then I will go up to the half-orc.
Okay. Male half-orc. He has a black mohawk that comes down to the back of his skull, where it kind of goes into not so much a ponytail, more like a rat tail that comes off the back.
Classic.
Yep. He has a scar going across his left cheek, almost like a smile type. Kind of cups like almost around the same gesture of his eye. He's got the regular tusk. He stands probably about 6'8", pretty broad, wearing just like a kind of like a t-shirt, with his large arms kind of just bulging out. That's probably about all you can see because he's kind of behind the bar.
Would Kai have ever seen a half orc before?
You've seen Devrin at the guild
That's right.
hall.
That's
Yep.
right. Okay.
Yep. Devrin was smaller than this half orc, I think, but he was still large. So yeah.
Not embarrass the party then. So.
Hello, sir. I would like to inquire about getting a couple of rooms for the night, please.
All right. Just 2 rooms then. Let me see what we have.
No, I
Set
need
the
more
book
than
up.
that. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 rooms.
7. All right. Is that with turn down service?
No, that is fine. We can do that. We do not need that.
Turn down for what?
No. I knew somebody was gonna go.
He just looks at you funny. He looks back at the tiefling.
You'll
Do
have
we-
to forgive my friend. He died.
all right, all right. Do we need to put something on the bed? Is he okay?
Not really, but he's getting better every day.
All right. So just one night.
Yes, just the one night, please.
All
Just
right.
Get a little bit of a little road dust and stuff.
All right. 7 rooms. That's 14 copper.
14 copper. That'll work. And Mordecai hands him the copper.
Okay. All right. Just up the stairs there. The first 7 rooms. 4 on the right and 3 on the left. He gives you keys.
Oh, okay. Very well. Thank you.
So I have a question. Is there a temple in town?
They do have some temples.
Do you know what or whom the temples are for?
Hang on. Let me. I don't frequent the temples, so hang on. And he kind of leans over and kind of talks to one of the other employees. Says, there is a temple towards the center of the town. Says worships several different gods, Helm and Lathander. The other ones, I can't remember their names.
Steve.
The flower girl lady, I can't remember.
Shantea?
Yeah, that's the one.
And you said there was a temple erected for Helm as well, correct?
Yeah, I think it's the same place.
And where could I find that?
It's just to the center of the town.
He said
To
that there was
go
center
out,
of town.
take a left, keep walking, you'll run right into the center. There's a big
perfect.
statue in the middle and of somebody, some human guy. I don't know.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. And I would leave and start making my way towards the temple district.
Okay.
Do you have anything to eat?
Oh,
By the way,
we do have that. Now I do know about food. What are you looking for? You want some pork? You want beef?
The pork will be fine. Yes.
We do have a delicacy. Have you ever had owlbear?
I have never had owlbear.
Would you like to have some owlbear?
You say it's a delicacy. I hope someone to try the owlbear.
I mean, I like it. All right.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, it done good for you. Apparently, you grew up to be a big boy.
Kind of looks at you funny when you say that.
Kai
I
is
mean, you're
sitting-
strong. You're strong. You know, you're.
All right.
By the
strong.
way, Kai is sitting directly beside Mordecai at the bar and is just enthralled by this conversation. I mean, he's almost ping-ponging back and forth between the two of them as they're having this conversation.
Do you want to try some owlbear?
Yes.
Kai? Yeah. He would like some owlbear too, and drinks. Two drinks, please.
How would you
Kyle.
like that?
But how do I like the owlbear?
Yeah,
Not crawling around, preferably.
I will take
it's all
mine.
dead.
Medium.
Okay, it comes. You can have it with like potatoes and stuff, or you can have it on 2 pieces of bread. It's something that's been around. It's called a sandwich. You can have it that way.
I will try this sandwich.
Okay,
Yes.
owlbear sandwich.
You gotta
It
get
sounds
yourself
delicious.
a sandwich. I
Get
was
yourself
here
a
for that one.
sandwich, chat. New T-shirt available next week.
Episode 9, get yourself a sandwich.
sandwich.
Owlbear sandwich.
Owlbear sandwiches.
Can
is
can
the
we have a
title of
picture of an
tonight's
owlbear
episode,
between
by the
Scooby
way.
and the Brad?
That's right. That's the episode title right there. We found it. Get
Owlbear
yourself a
sandwiches.
sandwich.
All right, so you guys sit down to enjoy your sandwiches.
Kai wants to purchase dinner, lunch for everyone, so he pays for everyone's food.
Oh, that's so
That is
nice.
nice. Everybody gets an owlbear sandwich.
It's very fancy in here.
Does everybody eat meat though?
Yes.
Does Meridius eat meat?
Yes.
I
Kai
think he
says
just
that with-
doesn't eat fish.
Kai says that with absolutely no confidence. Yes.
Like I know that like Winora eats meat. I've heard her talk about it before.
Kai leans in closely and he goes,
Not that kind
That
of meat.
means two things, chap.
Kai leans over to Mordecai and goes, she scares me.
She scares me too. It's fine. Watch
How
out for
is-
the Nazi too. She put a whole handprint right here on my face.
I saw that.
I know it was. I was trying to be
Nice.
nice, but she did not take. So be careful what you say about her. She has a hell of a hand. I think
Alright.
her and Elreal are trying to keep it on the down low.
Kai just smiles. He smiles and nods his head, but you can see in his eyes he has no idea what any of that sentence means. None whatsoever.
Mordecai is just cement confirmed solid that this is a thing that's happening.
All right, anybody else doing anything before we cut over to El Real?
Barkeep,
Yeah,
is there a stable in this town?
yeah. There's multiple stables. You
What's
probably
the
came
closest-
right
where's the
past one
closest
if you
one?
came down the main drag here.
All right.
Just inside. There's one inside. There's one outside that gate. If you go out, and take a right. There's some off to the east side, but those are less popular because of the attacks. I would just stick to the west side myself.
He says attacks. Kai goes, what?
You
Who's attacking?
you don't know
Oh,
the
we just got here.
well, they're Kakara. They don't take too kindly to us being here, so they attack the city every once in a while. You may have saw the towers over near the forest. They live in the forest areas, and even though that we're close by here, they don't seem to like it. So they every once in a while they attack. So the army had to go in there and clear out some of that forest.
When he says that, Kai says, well, I know an Eric Crocker, and she was very nice.
Hmm.
I don't
Well, you know.
they're mean.
I'm very nice too, I would say, but you meet another half orc and that may be a different story.
Well, you are very nice. You gave us owlbear sandwiches, which are a little stringy, but otherwise pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. They're pretty good.
What does an owlbear look like? An owl or a bear?
It's more like a
This is-
bear,
Good question.
but with a owl-like face on it.
That's mildly terrifying.
Yeah, they are. If you ever
I
tangle
agree
with
with
one, it could
I
turn
agree
you
with
into a
that.
sandwich.
I don't like
want to be a
that.
sandwich.
I don't. Monk sandwiches would really be stringy because we work out a lot.
I figured it would be tough.
But you know what I mean. Kai takes out a cookie for dessert.
All right. Anything else before we jump over to Eahdale?
Viridius is just gonna go leave and go stable the wagon and horses.
Stable the horses. Okay. All right. Eahdale, you're walking down the streets there. Still fairly busy part of the day. You come to as you get close, you kind of, the street kind of turns to the right slightly, and as you round that corner, you see a rather large statue. I'd say it's probably about 15 to 20 feet tall, of looks like some type of military statue, some type of general kind of just standing there, a hand kind of holding the center of his coat, while the other hand is just down to the side, and it's kind of in the middle of like a small fountain, and it's kind of like it's like a square, so there's people all around, the statue and stuff like that. You see just past the statue what looks to be kind of a cathedral. You see the high arching like, I don't know what they're called, parapets or little towers, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
The distinctive architecture of a chapel. So you head on over to that and go through like the main door. Very stereotypical, very large door. You open it. As you go in, there are quite a few people in there. You see, for a chapel, there's quite a few people. There's probably like 10 or so people, just regular people around, and probably about 4 or 5 priests or priestesses in there, clerics, stuff like that.
I try to find a quiet corner.
Okay.
And I pull out the different holy symbols of the four gods: Denier, Helm, Tamora, and Shantae.
Mm-hmm.
And I set them up, and I just kind of focus my vision on the 4 statues, and I start to pray, and I close my eyes and go, I know you sent me here with a purpose, but these people that I found seem to know me, seem to have lived life with me before, and it doesn't make any sense. But when they bring up the way that their Eahdale died, I almost feel it every time. But what is going on? And I just kind of let the silence sit there. I'm not casting anything. I'm just praying. I don't think I can cast anything yet. Do it by channels.
You kind of sit there for probably about 5 minutes with your just head bowed, kind of just in silence, and then you hear a voice inside your head speaks to you. Let's see. It is a female voice that comes through.
You silly boy. It's all just tricks and games. Just the luck of the draw. You die, you come back. It's all fun though. Maybe someday they'll let you remember all of the lives that you've lived. But for now, just keep playing the game.
open my eyes and I start to pick up all of the iconography that I laid out, and I end with the Tomorrow one. And when I pick it up, I hold it in my hand for a second and kind of flip it between my fingers, and then I throw it in my pocket and I go back to the tavern.
Okay. All right. So you guys spend the evening here. Is there anything else you want to do?
No, I'm good.
Nothing else for me.
Okay. So you guys in your rooms for the evening then?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So it's rather late. I'd say it's probably around 11 in the evening or something. Sun's been down for a while. And we will just roll to see who it is. All right, so Stanasi, about 11 p.m., you get a knock at your door.
So I go to the door and kind of crack it open a little bit.
Okay, as you kind of look out in the hallway, you see what looks to be like a soldier standing there, no weapons in their hand or anything, but you can tell by their uniform that they are, one of the military. Hi, are you with the Adventuring Guild?
I am, yes.
I've been sent by Major Ernwil to see if you are available to assist.
What's going on?
We've had an asset go missing to the west, and most of our forces are tied up to the east. So we were wondering if you would be available to see if you could recover the asset for us.
Let me give me 1 minute here real quick to think about it. And at that point I go ahead and focus my thoughts and send out a message to everyone else. Like, is anyone? I'm thinking to myself, is anyone awake right now?
I would probably be
Is awake.
contemplating what I just got told.
Who's yelling in my ear?
There's a soldier here, guys. Sent by Major. What was his last name?
If you don't remember, you can roll an intelligence check. Or are you asking him?
No. I don't remember. I was gonna say Cornwall, but I know that's not right.
You can roll an intelligence check to see if you remember.
All right. That's a saving throw, not a check.
Yep, just a D20 plus your intelligence.
Okay. What is it? Slash R.
Yeah. Space D20.
15.
15? Okay, good. Yeah, it's Major Olympus Ernwil.
Ernwil, not Cornwall. Major Ernwil. Requesting our help with the situation they have out west. It seems like they need some assistance right away. But you guys wanna help?
I guess so, yeah. Let me get some pants on.
Anyone else?
I just open my door and walk over.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't know that Kai would be awake, so somebody would have to come and wake him up.
All right. So when I see Ariel open and Mordecai already said yes, I I'll tell the soldier. Yeah, when do we need to go?
If you would come with me, I will take you to the major.
As we walk by Kai's room, I bang on his door and tell him to wake up.
Kai, get up.
Meridius, did you come with us? Or did you stay in?
Well, I'm still having to put my armor on because clearly it takes 10 minutes to put my armor on. So, I'm still suiting up prior to leaving.
He's not Iron Man. He can't just step into it.
It is. Can we make myself a set of that armor?
There is. I think
grab
there
my
is
trident
like some
and it
armor
just
like that.
Bio onto me.
We have to make little small mechs that form the armor up.
I'll message
There you go.
Stanasi through the comms. If they're wanting us to come now, I'd recommend waking the rest of the team. Because if they're pulling us at this hour, then they're going to want us to leave sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and I messaged back to him. Yeah, team's already up. Just get ready and meet us. I'll let you know where to meet us when you're ready to go.
Did somebody get Keltash?
I'll wake up
'Cause
Wynora and Keltash.
You know Keltash is a heavy sleeper sometimes.
Yeah, Elreal's on it.
Okay. I'll be downstairs in a moment.
All right. So you guys, it takes you a few minutes to get everybody together, but then 10-15 minutes, everybody's downstairs, and the gentleman leads you out in the street and up towards the center of town, and then takes a left off the square there, and it kind of dead ends into a large building with guards standing out front. He leads you past them and through this very nicely decorated building, like marble floors, sconces on the wall. I mean, everything's just immaculate. Leads you up some stairs and into like a big, it's kind of like an office area, but it's very large. There's like desk over off to the left hand side. There's like a battle map area over to the right. There are like bookshelves that surround the perimeter of the room, filled with books. There are like different placements on the battle map over there, and as you walk in, there is a half elf female sitting at the desk who rises, like raises her head and looks up at you, and then rises to her feet and walks over. She's wearing like half plate right now. And she walks over. She got a sword on her hip, and as she walks over, she has like blonde hair that's kind of pulled up to the top and comes into like a ponytail. Very like piercing blue eyes, large eyes as well. Just kind of stares almost right through you. She kind of looks you guys over and says, looks at the guard who came and says, "That will be enough. You can leave them. Is there a leader amongst you?"
Kind of look around, and
High points of Meridius.
I too point at Meridius.
Says, "I am Major Ernwil, and you are?" Meridius. "I am told that you are with the Adventuring Guild, not actually heroes. The name has spread down here to us, but we have not had the pleasure of working with the guild as of yet. But lucky for you, opportunity presents itself. We have, as I'm sure the gentleman told you, an asset missing. This asset is one of our mechs. It went on a patrol out to the west, where there shouldn't be any dangers, a number of days ago. It went with an accompaniment of 6 guards on foot and 1 driving the mech, and hasn't been heard from in 4 days. I fear the
So you're s-
soldiers are gone.
So you're saying that you lost a total of 7 personnel and a
7 men.
mechanical monstrosity.
A very expensive tool of war. If it falls into the wrong hands, it could do devastating damage. But that is only if the person knows how to use it.
So you're wanting us to escort a member of your team to the mech to bring it back?
I don't have anyone to send with you that would know how to operate it.
Then how
When
would you
you-
expect us to bring it back?
When you find it, he kind of looks over. Maybe one among you is smart enough to figure out the controls. If not, at least you can locate it and bring us back information of where to recover it.
What happens if the reason that it's gone missing is because somebody's in it?
And I would
Then we
expect
have
you
to
to deal with
destroy
them. Well, a destroyed one is not preferable, but it is better than it being in the wrong person's hands. Of course, we are willing to pay. We will pay you 5,000 gold pieces. Is this something you have time for?
Well, we are on a mission. That being said, in any of the time that you've been doing any of the reconnaissance around this town, have y'all stumbled across anything that could be viewed as old ruins of any kind?
Old ruins. No, nothing we have stumbled across. There are several old ruins around, but nothing close to this area.
At which point, while Meridius is hearing her say that about the ruins, he'll come over the comms and ask the team if they want to take this mission or not.
Sunasi is going to respond back, yes.
Kai answers out loud, yes.
She just looks over at him.
And then looks embarrassed. Like, sorry.
I
Or
go over the
guys
comms.
says yes.
Yeah, I go over the.
comms. And he looks at Kai and goes,
Kai doesn't wear his on his ear, so he has no idea where you're pointing at. Why are you pointing at your ear?
I go over the comms and say, well, the mission we have now has no real start place. Who knows what we might find on this?
Look back at the major and go, we'll take your task and do our best to recover your asset.
Okay. The patrol was sent west towards the river. There are small farming communities in that area. There were reports of livestock and some people going missing. So we sent a patrol out to see if there was some type of creature just preying upon easy targets. But then now the patrol has gone missing, so if it is something that's preying upon targets, it's something formidable.
So bigger than the feral dogs of the plains.
Yes, bigger than the gnolls, for sure. But in large numbers, maybe, but still, I think we would have had reports of a large group of gnolls in the area. This would be probably a single creature, or maybe a small group of creatures. This is the only information I could give you.
Very well. Is there a way that Meridius could have glanced at that map to see the battlement points that they have flagged?
Yep, you could roll a perception check. As you're doing that, she says, "There's one other thing," and she goes over to her desk and picks up a piece of paper and brings it over. This is the passcode for the mech to start it, if you feel like you can operate it and bring it back in.
Very well.
All right. What was your perception?
17.
17. You can tell that, especially when she turns around to walk to her desk, you can tell that not only are there a number of towers marked that you could see outside on the forest line, but it shows placements of soldiers on further into I'm just going to call it Jararavale. We're going with Jararavale. You can also see soldier placements to the north of that. Almost, there's like a mountain line, a line of mountains that run up like kind of like in between the forest areas going north from the Jararavale. There's lines of soldiers that have pushed almost up to the mountains. And then on the far east side, coming from the ocean, you see lines of soldiers pushing up from the south side. There's a lake kind of on the east side of the Jararavale, and on the east side of that lake, there's soldiers pushing north up in between. There's two lines of mountains that kind of run up and meet up at the top, and they're kind of pushing up towards the center of that. And then you see from the very north, you see placements of some funny looking unit. You couldn't really tell what it is from where you're standing, but there's something that's kind of just over the north end of the continent there, of the forest area.
Okay.
Oh, and it's marked the name of that whole area up to the north there. And get ready for the jokes. It is and this is just what it was named. It's I'm just gonna spell it, and you guys can pronounce it for me. Poontah.
Punta.
That's the name of it. That's the name of the area. Then you got the Banda Mountains on the kind of the more inside of the continent, and on the farther east is the Umax Mountains.
So you can't see my hand raised, but I have a question.
Okay.
Do we follow Inya to end up in Yapunta?
No, you don't.
Oh.
You could, but you did not.
The funny part about seeing that map is Meridius has been through most of that zone.
Yeah.
That you have flagged.
Well, this is up towards the northeast, so I don't think that you went through that area.
Well, no,
So
I'm
it's
talking about I touched
the rest of it. Yeah.
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 I saw most of it except for that mountains to the north.
So, all right, she hands you the paper with the code on it.
Okay. Do I know what the code is?
It's just like letters and numbers, basically. It's and nothing too far out there.
The code word is blathering blatherskite.
Well, no, I was just making sure on whether it was in common or another
is.
language.
And if you get that reference, I love you.
We are going to find a mech, so.
So are you needing us to leave now?
At your discretion, but now would be preferable, yes.
How far, days-wise, how far west did they head before you lost communication with them?
So the river is about 2.5, 3 days from here. And they weren't going that far. So we hadn't heard from them. They left about 10 days ago, and it's been 4 days since we have had no communication with them.
Very well. We'll see what we can do.
All right. You guys turn to leave, and that same guard is waiting outside the door. He escorts you back out of the building, and you're just kind of walked out of the building, and the door's closed behind you. There's a couple of guards standing at the door, and it's just you're out in the cool night air, like nobody on the street besides you and the guards. I'm pausing to see if there's any conversation before I proceed, but if there's nothing, we can skip ahead.
Yes.
Bugenko Chibolson. Did I say it right, Josh?
You have to watch the movie Euro. You have to watch the movie Euro Trip to get the reference.
Oh, no, I got the. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, I know Euro Trip.
Yeah, that's the safe word in the shop. Yeah,
I thought the safe word was whiskey.
different movie.
So
Okay.
as we go to walk off,
All right,
are we out of earshot of the guards?
Yeah, you would think so.
I don't know how many of you took a glance at the map that they had inside the office of the Major. But at this point in time, this whole region is surrounded by military presence. I don't know what they're playing at. And I know that we have this seal that is supposed to help us, like what Berkeley was saying. But they're spread out far and wide through here. So, whatever we're looking for and whatever we're going after, we need to be more selective in how we tell what we're looking for, which is why I said ruins. Because they could have ears anywhere, and we don't know who to trust right now on what the military is actually trying to accomplish.
The employment radius. Well, you're a leader.
But we can leave out now if y'all want to, or we can go back and leave at first light. It's your choice.
What time is it? I know it was like 11
That'd be like
o'clock,
midnight, right?
Like midnight-ish.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I think we should.
No,
Just that. Yeah.
Kai's probably rubbing his eyes.
Yeah, Kai's very sleepy.
I mean, the reason I told y'all we can go whichever time is the thing's been out of contact for 4 days.
What's another 6 hours?
Whatever has the mech either doesn't know how to operate it, can't operate it, or the passcode is the only thing preventing them from getting it up and operational. So either way, I don't think getting a good night's sleep is going to stop whatever we're going to run into.
I think we should go rest then and leave at first light.
Then we'll head
Yeah.
back to the inn.
It's a good, like, probably day and a half or 2 days journey out, you know, to the farmland where they were probably at. So
Yeah. We'll sleep in. Get ready.
So you guys go back and rest, and we'll take a quick break as you guys are probably getting up the next morning to head out on this adventure. We'll take a real quick break before we jump into that part of the session. So, all right, we'll be
Why,
back
what did you win?
in like. Somebody win
What
something?
the fuck's happening award. I saw your face when I gifted that.
Yeah, you did. You definitely. I was like,
All right, we will be right back.
letting you know, Saturday I will be about an hour to an hour and a half late. I get out of work at 8 my time.
Okay.
I'm ready whenever y'all are. Sorry, guys. I was just talking to chat.
Okay. All right.
Hi, Slice Chat. We love you.
Hey, Clan, we got some Warlock love in chat right now.
Ooh.
Who loves the warlocks?
Leonardo's currently playing a Goblin Warlock.
Oh, nice.
I told them that every character I've ever seen you play was a tiefling warlock, except for this one, which is a tiefling sorcerer. So you really jumped out of the mold there.
I'm breaking the mold, exploring new realms and character development.
Nobody puts Clan Diesel in a corner.
That's
Buck, are you
right.
in chat by chance?
You expect a tiefling
I'm
warlock?
not, but I can be.
I'll give you a
I
tiefling
can-
sorcerer.
Guys, for those in chat, the two on my left and right are also streaming, Clan Diesel and Dr. Diz DM. Dr. Diz over here is the DM for this campaign, and then they're both the co-DM for the Sunday night or the Saturday night campaigns.
That's right.
So you should go check them out, especially as much as I love Clan. and I do love Clan.
No, I don't believe it.
You should especially go check out
Don't believe it.
Dr. Diz _DM because the man puts like 40 hours a week into these games. So if you're D&D fans, you're
And
gonna
he's a
love him.
great fucking DM.
And he's a great fucking DM.
Oh, I'm blushing. I'm blushing.
Chat can
I
confirm
do
he is
know.
blushing.
You've put in a good at least 5 to 10 minutes of prep time for this game tonight.
And in addition to Diz being a great fucking DM, Clan is actually a great assistant to the DM on our Saturday night games.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
so Lost actually
Thanks for
has a
that
game
follow.
where they do a co-DM session as well. So
Very nice. How's
I was like,
out?
that's a interesting thing because very few co-DM sessions are out there, and we have one of them as well.
That's
Yep.
true.
Yeah, I'm trying to kick the training wheels off and have Clan run a game himself. So maybe I could, help him one Saturday instead of the other way around. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Got to build that confidence level up.
Hey, thank you for that follow there, Leonardo DVMM.
And then
Appreciate it.
the bottom
Also-
corner is Rican Streams, who I also shouted out in chat. He plays all the Vigi games with me.
I
He
don't
plays
know if
D&D
I'm-
with us too, but he also
Yeah.
plays all the Vigi games with
I
me.
don't know if Clan needs to stream or DM because if Nolan gives him ideas and then
Oh, we're
he has
fucked.
like 4 vampires plus Nolan's idea, we're all dead.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're all.
Yeah, Nolan-
I wanted the 4 vampires, sir.
I feel like Nolan's secretly the big bad on Saturday. We just don't know yet.
That's true.
I
Also,
will tell you, he has given me a
Oh,
bunch of solid ideas, and you guys are about to run into one in this campaign before too much longer. So
Oh, I'm so excited now. Let's go.
Y'all
it
have
won't
no
happen this
clue.
session, but it will be soon.
No,
You have-
Nolan is the future greatest DM of all time.
you have no clue how
Yeah.
terrifying it is to be level 3. Well, Josh and Clan do because they were there. To
Yeah.
be level 3,
I was there.
have Nolan walk up behind Diz and go, Hey, Daddy, what's that big thing on your screen? Why's it got such
Yeah.
big wings and teeth? Is it gonna kill everybody?
And then 10 minutes later, here, oh, wait a minute. Here, I don't think I have enough dice for this. And then we're all like, oh, damn.
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
Also, prepare for hydrate, chat.
Oh shit!
do we have
He's
water?
drinking water. Oh
He's actually
no.
hydrated now.
I spent 700 earlier. I need more than that little sip. I need like a bottle chug.
All right, hold on. Here it comes, bottle chug. Ready? In 3, 2,
Sam's
1.
gonna make himself sick. He doesn't like water.
All right, so you guys are heading out of town, and it's like probably about 2.5 day journey out into the farmland here. There's spots of forest here and there, but other than that, it's rather just flat land. There's not a lot of hills in this area, and eventually you come to kind of like a small little village where there's some people kind of wander around here and there. There's no walls around it. It's just really, really small village. There's people, like I said, moving to and fro, working and going about their daily tasks. So
And
we
sorry,
know
I
what
just chugged a lot of
direction we're.
water and it's
that's the
people at
lead-in,
work with
guys.
here.
We know what direction we're going, right?
You guys are going west. Yes.
So should we ask the people if they've seen a giant mech?
So we just walk up to them and go, "Have you seen a really big robot thing walking through the?" Or no.
I will take care of this. Check this out.
No.
I think the
You don't
thing
want
that
to do?
we were talking, Meridia said we needed to be careful who
We
we
need to
share
be a little
what
bit more
information with.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell them that we're looking for druids or giant mechs.
Is there somebody
Mechanical
close to the
lands.
wagon?
There are probably about 3 different individuals that are relatively about the same distance from the wagon. One is like
Fantastic.
an older lady who is like, she has black hair with like white gray streaks in it, just plainly dressed. There is a gentleman who might not have all of his teeth, who is walking by, short haircut, looks to
He's a
be
dapper man.
middle-aged, got like a piece of straw hanging out of his mouth, wearing some overalls.
He's bona fide.
He's bona fide.
He's bona fide.
Dabba Dan.
And then you've got a younger like kid, probably maybe a tween, I don't know, between somewhere like 11, 12, 13 maybe in that
Between 11
range.
and 30.
Yeah. He's male, human, all human in this area, and he's just wearing just normal like dirty clothes, he's just running around. Who
I'll
would you like
hop
to
off
talk
the
to?
wagon and go talk to the lady.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Can I help you?
We were wondering, about 6 or 7 days ago, a military detachment came through here. Did you happen to see them?
Yes, it was a rather large, noisy thing came through. Walked on 2 legs, though. It was unusual looking. There were some soldiers with it.
Do you know exactly where they were headed?
I don't know exactly where they headed out to the south into the wooded area there. They were looking for the creature.
Creature? What creature?
There is creature that it comes in the nighttime and steals the livestock. and snatches up anyone who's out.
Does it especially like goats?
It eats
You're
goats,
so
yes.
We got the chupacabra.
Has anybody actually seen the creature?
Well, I have not seen it, but Dan over there, she points at the guy who was kind of near the wagon as well.
Dapper Dan.
Missing a few teeth. He says it's one of those Aarakocra, one that's gone crazy and is just ravenous.
Okay. At which point, Meridius is going to go through the comms and go, that does not sound like something an Aarakocra would do, especially if they're snatching up livestock and people.
It is weird. I will talk to him.
Is there, has there been any signs of the detachment that you saw within the last few days?
No, I figured that they went back a different way. It would
Okay.
be pretty obvious if they came through. It was so loud.
Well, thank you for your time.
She kind of just walks away, kind of sideways, looking at you as she parts ways.
And was she talking loud enough for them to hear, or?
For the other party
Wagon,
members, or yeah.
Okay. So it looks like we need to head south from here. Is Mordecai off talking to Dan?
Is that where you went?
Is questioning Dan.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. Detective Inspector Mordecai.
Detective Inspector Mordecai
Detective Inspector Mordecai, yes.
just crosses his hand and leans back and narrows his eyes.
I look
Hey,
at Sanasi and go, I did not know he was a police officer.
And in my head, I'm like, he's definitely not.
I have some
Ready?
questions for you.
I have some questions for you too.
Well, okay. I tell you what. I ask my question, and then you can ask me a question. How about that?
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh man. The problem is I grew up in the country. I went to school with this guy.
That is an 18.
I
One of
know
my
who this
family
guy
members.
is.
All right, you can ask.
I'm related to this guy in real life. I think I work with this guy.
I run from these guys whenever I'm by myself.
Does this guy like to make things go boom boom?
Wait, it gets better. Just wait for it.
Jeez.
You've reeled me in, sir. I'm yours. Have you seen anything strange lately in the last, like, say, week, 2 weeks? Like, maybe some the military men going through, or some strange occurrences in the area?
Well, it's funny that you ask. I have seen that.
Oh,
All right, that's
Okay.
your question. Now, my question.
okay. Your question.
Why do you have those things on the top of your head? Where did you get those?
The horse?
Yes.
Oh, I was born with him. I am a tiefling.
Oh, okay. Never heard of one of those, but all right.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now it's my turn, right?
Yeah, that's how it works.
Are humans?
So you say that you have seen these military peoples or heard some strange occurrences, right? Can you be more specific?
I saw them come through here. They were 6 guys walking with their gun thingies, and the big robot-looking creature thing followed along behind them. And you know what they were doing? Do you know?
I do not know. That's why I'm asking you.
Here's what happened, okay? The military are after these Aarakocra, okay? The Aarakocra have some type of old elven, like, magic thing that they're guarding in their magic forest area. And what happened is the military has been experimenting on the Aarakocra, and they've drove one completely crazy, like batshit crazy, okay? And then it's got loose, and now it is over here eating Jebediah's cows on the weekends.
In the ear thing, Mordecai tells everybody in the party, this thing is not the only thing this village is batshit crazy.
Okay, here's where it gets interesting now, Mordecai. Okay. So
yes, tell me.
then there's those nomad things that won't wander around the desert. Well, they're involved in this too. They're in cahoots with the Aarakocra because they've got some magic thing in the sand area, probably elvish as well. I think that they're trying to come together and form some elven super weapon thing, and then they're going to wipe out the druids, because the druids, they have problems with both of them.
That's true. People have problems with Druish people. I don't know what it is.
What I can't figure out is why the military wants to help the druids.
I don't know. That is,
and that's my question. Why did the military want to help the druids?
Oh, maybe the military. Okay, Mordecai is totally bought into this now. Now he's went conspiracy theory down the hill. What if the military wants to get the Druish powers so that they can shapeshift their soldiers into like bears and stuff, and then the bears sneak up on you, and the next thing you know, the bear shoots you because it's really a person.
Shit. He just kind of looks around.
At this point, Kai has walked up. And he has bought completely in as well.
I bet because
over and goes, "Wait, bears have guns?
If the bear is a person and that person shapeshifts into a bear,
what if it's an owlbear that has a gun?
Is it a bear assassin? An owlbear assassin? Albericison?
What happens?
That's probably what they're calling them.
Instead of you making an owlbear sandwich, the owlbear makes a sandwich out of you.
He told us that would happen.
He did tell us.
He didn't mention the getting shot in the head though part. This is terrible.
So the question is, are you working for the military, the druids, or the Aarakocra? Because I don't think anybody can work for the nomads, because those guys are just crazy.
Kai turns and points at Meridius.
We work for him.
He turns around and looks at it's Meridius. Okay. Where is he from?
Where's he from? Oh, he is from another world where it's all water.
Huh.
Water world?
That doesn't sound good at all.
Something good had to come from that, right? I don't think I would like it there, but Meridius loved it.
How long should we let this go on before we just bring them back?
I think now is probably the good time for you to get in there, right?
Is now the time?
They're about to the point that they're about to let something slip that doesn't need to.
I walk over and just kind of wrap my arms around both of them and go, boys.
I used to know it. What?
We need to go back to the cart. We need to keep moving.
Oh, thank you for your help, sir. You've been most helpful.
Anytime. Hey, let me give you one of these pamphlets here.
Oh, okay. Yes, I like reading material.
He gives one to you and Kai. Has a picture of like a crudely drawn like bird person on the front of it.
Kai gives him a token to the prostitutes from the last time.
Oddly enough, he knows exactly what that token is.
He's in.
Mordecai gets back on the wagon.
And Kai sits back down and goes, I don't think that guy was all there. I mean, I'm all for a good owlbear with a gun story, but we just found out what owlbears were like 2 days ago, and now they're running around in the forest with guns, shooting people. This doesn't. I read a lot as a kid because I grew up in a monastery, and I never read anything about owlbears and guns. I just don't.
In this day and age, things happen more quickly.
You're right there. Yes. If we find an owlbear with a gun, I hope it doesn't shoot us and eat us, though. That would be terrible.
Me too. I do not want to become a sandwich.
I hope it doesn't know we already ate owlbear sandwiches. That would be awful. Then it would be like, you killed my father, prepare to die. Kai makes up a name tag that says, I am not Inigo Montoya.
Is Kai now the resident reference maker?
Only for this episode.
Oh, okay.
So someone else can go back to it next time.
Right, so you guys heading back out?
Turn the wagon south.
Okay.
I steal a moment with Mordecai, and I just kind of tell him. So remember what Meridia said. Let's try and keep the fact that we knew an Eric Cochran to ourselves. It's very clearly not something that needs to be brought to their attention.
Okay, I will not. I didn't mention it before. I almost mentioned it there at the end, but they stopped me before I could speak any further. But yeah, I will not say anything else.
I mean, yeah. Just you can talk. Just leave the Eric Cochran. Very clearly
what Eric Cochran. I've never
exactly. Bring that energy. Yeah.
Wait, what's Eric Cochran?
He's really good about it.
The point that we're trying to get to him is the military's trying to eradicate them for whatever reason. If they get any inkling that we may have been friends with one, had one in the party, could have potentially been privy to any secrets or intel, now we're on the radar.
We had an Eric Cochran in the party.
We did at one time, yes.
How many planes does this party make up? Like the airplane, the water plane, the material plane?
I think just 3.
Well, for her, she wasn't really from the plane of air. She was actually born here in the material plane.
But aren't like all of them?
Well, they're originally from there, yes. But I actually came from the plane of water.
And how did you get here?
Through a portal.
Was there a reason you came?
Yes.
And what was that?
To try to stop a massive, vicious army from wreaking havoc on this plane.
You are here to stop a massive army from wreaking havoc on this plane.
Yes.
And where is that army from?
The plane of water.
Really? That's very interesting. I would like very much to know more about this later. Of course.
Well, we can talk later. We need to find what happened to these men.
Yes, let's go and do that now.
All right, so as you get close to the wooded area, I need whoever's like scouting ahead to roll a survival check. If you're starting to like try to track this party.
Are we having to abandon the wagon at the woods?
It not at first, but as you get into the as you get deeper into the wooded area, it does get a little thicker, and it's a possibility that you might have to at some point. So
Okay.
I am pretty okay with like the tracking and
I have proficiency in survival skills. Up to you guys. All right, I'll roll it.
okay.
7.
and that proficiency.
You gotta
Worked
love
real well
it.
for you.
Yeah,
All right.
there you go.
So Stanasi starts leading you guys. You wander about for about 2 hours,
Tracking
and
a rabbit.
you kind of come back. You feel like you're at the same place that you were at when you started.
Guys, I don't think my mind's in it tonight, y'all.
Let me.
Stanasi, you did a great job at bringing us right back to where we started. So maybe if we're trying to find the wagon.
I start looking around for large footprints, maybe a metallic 23.
23. All right. So you lead the party on a similar trail, but just slightly different than Stanasi, and you wander into a part of the forest where it looks like trees have been knocked over.
When we get to the point where she veered off, I go, see, that was your mistake right there. You went that way, and there's no reason to go. It doesn't even. There's no trails going that. You go this way. This is where the trail goes. See, look, that's a giant footprint right there. We go this way.
So as you get into like the thicker part of the forest, you see where you kind of step out and there's just a path. It's just blatantly obvious that something large just went through here and knocked trees over as it was going.
How did I miss that, guys? I'm sorry.
You must have been distracted. I don't know.
All right, so you guys follow along this. At this point, you've probably had to abandon the wagon. The single horse could have came along with you if you guys wanted to. It's up to you guys.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I leave it back with the wagon.
Okay. All right. So after a while, who's kind of leading the way here? Is it Elreal still?
No, it's the Nazi, that's for sure.
I mean, I'll be right behind him.
Okay. So as you kind of go through the forest, about another hour, you see something shiny off in the distance. And as you kind of get a little closer, roll a perception check.
I am really good at these. I just want to say I have a
Roll the
plus
one.
6 on top of that 3, so that is a 9.
9 total.
But it's a plus 6 on top of it, so yeah, 9.
9. So you see what looks like a large, like something shiny, but it's large. Off near there's like a small like hill or mountain near it, and there's something just reflecting light.
So it's like me covered in aluminum foil.
Yeah,
It's large and shiny.
just gloriously reflecting light. Yes.
I point at it and go, Meridius, do you see that up there?
Yes, I do.
What does that look like to you?
Well, if I'm rolling perception, I rolled a 17.
Okay. So with the 17, you can tell that it's like a large mechanical looking creature. It almost looks humanoid in a way, where it has like 2 large legs and what looks like 2 large arms off to the side, and a torso, but not really a head on top. It's
So we haven't actually seen these, right? Like when we got Mondovis, they had already passed through, and then we didn't see one when we were in the city we left from to help the major.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
It looks like a mechanical person with no head.
Oh shit, there is that. I was actually talking to the right of that. That looks like a 4-leaf clover out there. Those are lucky, you know. I didn't even see that.
I fucking love you, Sly.
That's what I'm here for. But yeah, you're right. That does look like a giant metal person. I think we found it.
Who has the passcode?
I do. I think we should ease our way up to it though, because we don't know what happened.
I would like to use the spell.
Okay.
I would like to use my where is it? Yes. It is a second level. Hold on. How far away is this thing?
I'd say it's probably about 300-400 feet up ahead.
I will wait till we get closer.
With Meridia saying that he thinks we should go in a little stealthy at that point, he's going to grab his holy symbol and cast Marine Layer with his channel divinity on himself.
Okay.
When we get within about 120 feet, because that's how far the spell goes, I'm going to cast Find Trap.
Okay. All right. So, how big is Marine Layer?
Marine Layer is an area 20 feet in all directions, and it moves with me.
And it gives people advantage if they're
anybody that is within 5 feet of me can see through it, like it's lightly obscured. Anything after that is heavily obscured.
Okay. So I would think that it would give you advantage on stealth if you can't see through it. So I would just let everybody roll with advantage on stealth if you would like to stealth up close to it. Now they can see like this cloud of stuff moving towards, but they can't really tell.
Right, they won't be able to see any of us in it.
Yeah. That is a natural 20 there for Stenasi.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Natural 20. Yeah.
4 with advantage. Goodness. Okay.
I have disadvantage because of my armor, so
Right. That'd be the same for Meridius, I think, as well.
Then?
Yeah, so
it's just a straight
roll.
Yeah.
Which is great because Sly pulled what I did the first stealth roll with Meridius, but this time I rolled a 17. With my disadvantage, I had to.
Guys, I'm really hoping no 1 right now. That's,
So you guys start to move closer, and as you get to about, roughly about 120 feet, you cast your Find Traps. As you're casting it and walking, you get distracted and you trip, and you kind of fall over like one of these trees that have fallen down. Some of the branches, you fall and land on a bunch of branches that just go, and just your heavy armor just cracks all of them.
Oh.
You're still within the smoke though, or the mist.
It's a good thing that there's smoke all around, or they would have really heard that.
I'm pretty sure they heard it. They just
I know
what made the noise.
I know. I was just trying to make myself feel better.
So at this point, everyone roll perception except for Eahdale, who fell into the brush pile.
Does anything ping on the Find Traps?
You do get a slight ping from what you think is the mechanical creature.
Solid 6.
17.
All right, so 6, yeah. Luckily, it's not natural one. All right, so 17. Meridius, what was yours?
17 also.
17 also. Okay. All right. So Kai and Meridius, you see that there is a cave just slightly behind the large mechanical thing.
So they have like the mechanical creature guarding the entrance to the cave, or is like far enough back there's room between them?
It's right up against the cave.
Okay.
Yeah, like not right in front of it, but to the side of it.
Okay.
As you guys were approaching it, you were approaching it from like the right side, and as you kind of moved around just slightly, you can see the edge of the cave back behind it.
Well, it looks like we have a cave up ahead.
We should
Yo.
probably go in the cave.
Well,
As Mordecai mentions that, you kind of hear Sanasi very softly to herself say, "Not again."
well, I don't know if we should have to go in the cave. Our job was to get the mech.
I stand up and go, oh, it's a cave. Hopefully I don't die.
Oh, your memory's back.
No, y'all have just told me 47 times since I've met you.
Oh, well, maybe you'll get hit on the head again and remember everything.
I don't think that's how it works.
Or you could die again.
At this point, I'm going to stealthily run ahead of the group now. How's a 12 do me?
You're
Oh, you don't have to
stealthy
roll
as a
stealth.
drunk badger.
You don't have to roll stealth again. Your stealth from earlier still stands. Yeah, so.
Okay, well then I'm gonna
Yeah.
run away from the group. Run a little further.
Oh, you're running out of the mist. Then you would have
Yes.
to roll stealth for that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so how does a 12 treat me?
I mean, it is a roll. you don't know how it ends up until something either sees you or doesn't. So.
Okay.
Good
Uh,
answer. I like it. It is a roll.
so where are you running to? Just straight ahead towards the mech, or you just run?
Just kind of straight ahead towards the mech. Yep.
Okay, so you just start running ahead.
Are we within sight to clearly see the mech and details of it and everything?
You're about 120 feet away from it, so pretty good detail, yeah. Mhm.
Is there any signs of blood or claw marks or anything on
From-
the mech?
From this distance, I don't know that you could see that. You could see that, in place of a head, there seems to be like a glass cockpit that probably someone would sit in. You don't see any sign of any soldiers or any of their weapons, but I don't know that you could see claw marks from that, far away.
Then
So
I'd like
Stanasi's
to get
running
closer.
ahead. So,
I would
Full
start running after.
full sprint, or you're just
No,
at a good pace?
I'm it's just kind of like a
Good power walk.
a hurried pace. Yes,
Okay.
like a solid, Olympic power walker pace.
I would
All right.
I would try to keep up to where I'm at least within range of her to help if something were to happen.
All right. So, I mean, you close in on the mech pretty quickly. And as you get close, I mean, you can see that there is a rather large cave opening there. It's probably about 15, 20 feet wide.
As we get closer and closer to that cave, I go through the headset and Stanasi, stop. There's a trap up there.
And okay, so I'll acknowledge that and then start looking for like a rock to duck down behind. Is there anything that I can duck behind? Great.
There's the mech. There's probably some trees around.
Yeah, I'll make a beeline to the closest tree.
Okay. So Snossi runs over, and you can roll another stealth check as you get behind the tree.
22.
22, that's better. All right. So the rest
Still
of you
waiting for
kind
that
of
one, chat.
gradually move forward in the mist cloud after a few
probably
moments.
I'm probably out in the open because I was running ahead.
Oh, you
to
just
keep
ran
up with
ahead.
her.
Ran ahead. Okay. So within, a minute or so or less, you get up to the mech. There doesn't seem to be anything that's just pounced you at this point. Just right off the bat, you don't see any sign of the soldiers, any of their gear, any of the weapons. You do see the large mech standing there. Imagine kind of like the mech off RoboCop 2, if you have watched that movie. Kind of that type of two large legs,
talking about.
large arms with like different types of weapons attached on the arms. The torso is rather large, and there's like a cockpit that somebody's usually sits in. It's closed. You guys can roll like an investigation check if you want, just to kind of go over what you can find on the mech itself.
I do not know if there's a trap on the mech or
If you
in
want
the
to.
cave, but there's a trap up here. I say to everybody.
All right. Meridia starts looking over the mech, and you don't see any like scratch marks or like bite marks or anything on the actual mech itself. It does show signs of like battle, but it doesn't look like there are like some scratches here and there. And you go ahead and roll that. And
10-4. 10-4.
like single scratches, not like multiple, not like claw scratches.
Like a sword blade or something
Like a
hitting it.
sword or a spear or an arrow or something like that.
Freaking
Nothing
how
where
bad
it
are we
looks like
all?
it would have been disabled.
I'll
or
let you guys
something.
know here in a second.
Kyle looks at the mech and's like, "Yep, that's a big robot thingy."
I would be more concerned with trying to find the trap than looking at the mech.
Okay, so if you're looking for the trap, what was your investigation roll?
Oh, I didn't roll one yet.
Oh, okay.
Is
Yes.
I cast
see me.
Firebolt on myself.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Investigation. I
Oh shit.
got 14 total.
14. Okay. You're kind of looking over the mech, and you can't really tell where a trap is, but you kind of feel like if there was a trap going to be on here, it'd probably be something to do with the cockpit or trying to initiate the mech.
Hmm.
So that's 7 to hit.
So you miss yourself.
I miss myself.
Okay.
I do.
So all
I
of a
do
sudden,
miss myself.
Stanasi just shoots firebolt.
What are you
Are
doing?
you okay?
Just some flashbacks, and I sneezed. Did
Fire
you guys
came
find
out
out?
of your nose?
Would you guys find with the mech? Don't worry about
Is Mordecai is curious as hell
it.
about this mech.
Mhm.
He wants to see if there's a door into this mech.
So there's not a door so much as it looks like maybe the cockpit probably opens. That might be kind of a door, but it's like part of the side of the cockpit that just kind of opens up.
Okay, he would like to try to get up to the cockpit.
As he's going,
But
be careful. I think the trap is probably like in there somewhere, whether it's like when you get in or when you like try to start it up if you don't have the right passcode. I don't know, but I think it's in there somewhere.
Good thing is we have the passcode.
I look at Mordecai looks at Meridius and is like, do you want me to try to move this thing, or because I really want to try to move this thing? Or what are we doing?
My thoughts on this is this mech got brought here. It wasn't forcefully brought here. There's no markings on the outer portions of the mech's armor, like something grappled it and drug it here. Something's wrong. There's no signs of blood. There's no claw marks. There's nothing here.
Are you suggesting somebody rode it or brought it over here willingly?
I mean, there could be something in the cave that could potentially give us answers, but as far as just looking at this mech, there's nothing wrong with it. There's no signs of struggle other than normal, like, gashes from hitting trees or flanking off rocks or the occasional battle scars. And there's no people.
Do we want to go into the cave then, or do we want to just try to steal the mech?
Well, if there's something in the cave, the moment we fire that mech up, it's gonna know we're here.
But if we go into the cave and get stuck, that mech could be gone by the time we get out. If we get out.
Well, if that trap coincides with what Eahdale thinks it does, then they need this code to be able to activate it.
We have the code.
Well, what if I take the code and I go to the mech and I activate the mech with the code? And then they come out and we blast them with the mech.
I mean, you could try to operate it. I just don't know how much of a crash course you'll get to know how to fire off its weapons systems.
Me neither, but I mean, come on, I shoot fire from my fingertips. I mean,
But
well, that's new, but I learned pretty quick.
Maybe
I'll hand you the code.
if you shoot fire from your fingertips, maybe it's better to be able to do the thing in battle that you know you can do over the thing that you hope you can do.
No, look at where is this coming from? You were always so supportive of me doing new stuff and learning new skills, and now you're this Miss Debbie Downer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The other you, before you, whatever happened, was very supportive of me learning new
no
stuff.
other me.
Eahdale, he means the one that passed away. Myself and the other Eahdale helped to get him confident enough to learn how to use magic that was laid dormant inside of him that he had no clue he had.
Exactly. You were very supportive.
That's great. And I'm going to be very supportive of you helping in case of a battle.
Well, if I don't drive it, then who's going to drive it? And what if they turn it against us?
You can drive it. I'm just saying, maybe it's better to be prepared with what you know you can do if battle happens.
I like that you support me in my decision, and I take the code and I go up to the cockpit.
Okay.
I
You
pull
open
my
it?
sword and shield and just start getting ready.
But
You open it?
Fergus goes to the opposite side of the
I
cave
check it. I
entrance.
want to check the cockpit first, see if there's any kind of like latch or key or something for me to put this code in or anything before I try to open the cockpit.
If
You
Meridius
can't.
went,
You can look through the glass if that's what you're doing.
Okay. So there's nothing on the outside of the thing, right? It's just the glass cockpit.
It's glass or whatever that material is, yeah,
Okay.
that you can
Okay,
see
well,
through.
if there's nothing out there, then I'll try to open the cockpit.
Okay, there's a little like latch kind of underneath. You kind of pull it and it opens up. Kind of comes open. The glass part on the hinge kind of comes open, and then you see that there's like a padded seat in there, and where you can kind of sit down into it and put your legs underneath the controls. And there are there's two like joystick type of devices there with like buttons on the top and on
Okay.
the front, and then there's like a keyboard kind of where your lap would be right there, and then there's all kinds of just various buttons right above that on the dash around where the joysticks are.
Are the symbols that are on the passcode that I have on the keyboard?
Yes, they are.
Okay. And I look down at everybody and go, hey, this thing's got the better interior than the wagon.
While he's doing that, if Meridius put himself on one side of the cave, I would put myself on the other side of the cave. That way we flank.
So
anything that comes
Mordecai
out.
lowers himself gently down into the seat.
Okay.
Okay.
As you sit down, it's like everything kind of just starts to light up.
This is
Like the controls start to light up.
okay.
And you see like a little screen kind of comes up from where the keyboard is. And it's just got like a blinking like cursor.
Okay. Let's see. King, king, king.
Start typing the code in.
And I start typing the code in.
All right.
Roll a dexterity check to make sure you don't fat finger
it.
It takes you a minute because you like hit maybe a button you shouldn't have, and you don't know what a backspace key is. So it takes you a minute to figure out what a backspace key is.
Damn it.
So as you type it all in, and then you're just looking for a button to hit to complete it. Roll an intelligence check to see if you know what button this is.
Oh, snap.
Is Mordecai intelligent?
Is he?
He's not bad. There's been worse.
He's better than Gabe and Ray. Nat 20.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Let's go.
Oh, wow.
That 20. So you're just like, crooked arrow button. As you do that, you feel like it start to rumble. As you feel like the engines on it just fire up.
Mordecai's hands are over his face, and he opens up two fingers, and he's just looking like this.
It's like it was in a seated position almost, and it kind of raises up onto its legs, and its arms like reach out a little bit. It's almost like going through a diagnostic check as it kind of reaches out and kind of just stretches the arms around, and you hear some of the armaments on it kind of engaging and disengaging.
This is definitely gonna wake up anybody that's nearby.
Okay, let's see. I need to know how to. Let's try to move an arm. So I take the lever and move it forward.
Okay, which lever?
The two in front of me, the one on my right.
You move the one on the right. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So as you do that, the right arm reaches out.
Okay, and I pull it back.
Okay, and it pulls it back into place.
Okay, I do the same thing with the left.
Okay, the left arm reaches out.
Okay, let's see. How do I work the feet? Are there any levers at my feet? Or paddles or anything?
There are. There's one actually on the right and one on the left.
Okay, I push in the one on the right.
Okay, the one on the right, it starts to kind of move forward, just one foot after the other, making a hellacious amount of noise.
Hellacious amount of noise. Okay.
Just
Okay. I wonder what the trigger things do. So then I take my right arm lever and I move it forward so that it extends the right arm.
It extends it out.
And I make sure it's pointed at like a tree.
Yeah.
And I pull in one of the triggers on the right lever.
Oh,
And-
jeez.
Nothing happens.
What? Okay. Then I push the other lever.
Okay, there's buttons on top and then there's
Okay.
triggers on the front.
Okay. So I already tried a trigger right on the right, and nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I tried the trigger on the left.
Okay. With it still in its like seated position, or do you reach
No,
it out?
I've got it. I've got it reaching out.
Okay, so both arms are reached out.
Both arms out like this.
And you squeeze it and nothing happens.
So then I get mad. I pull both triggers together at the
Okay.
same time.
Is there nothing happened?
What the hell? Okay, I push the right button in on the top.
Okay. Still nothing happens.
I push all 4 of them at the same time.
All right, so as you pushed it, the buttons on top and squeeze the triggers, you hear something go, and you just, it's like 2 like machine guns almost just destroy the tree in front of you. Just
Jesus.
it just echoes throughout the forest.
I take my hands off the controls. I'm moving back down.
The arms go back
Yeah,
into
but
place.
Did anyone notice that?
I think everybody noticed that. Pretty sure everybody in the cave heard it too.
Sorry about that. That was my fault. I was trying to see what the buttons do.
Well, I hope you're ready to shoot everybody who comes out the gate.
Do we hear anything from the cave, by the way, Diz? Speaking
Nope.
of it.
Nothing yet. You can roll a perception check if you're actively
Does this thing
doing
have
this.
like heat vision or sonar or something that I can see into the cave?
shit.
Press more buttons.
You don't know there's a bunch of
25.
buttons. 25.
Meridian's rolled a nat 20.
Nat 20. You hear the echoes of the gunfire kind of just still in the cave, kind of. But other than that, no. I mean, nothing. Meridius, you do hear like some water dripping in there. Or like running and dripping, I would say. Yeah.
The Meridius, do you find it odd that nobody came running when I blew up the tree?
Honestly, I'm not sure what's going on here. Like
Kai
I said,
was-
that this is an odd situation. There's no sign of anything. That
Should we just leave?
Kai, was that a perception check?
Yep. Can you?
Okay. Yeah, I can now. Yeah. So you hear about the same that Eahdale hears, just kind of the echoing of the gunfire in the cave.
Okay. Mordecai is looking at all the buttons to see if there's any kind of labels.
There's
Or
not really
anything.
there's not really labels on them, no. There is like a row of like round buttons, and then there's several little square buttons here and there, and some that are like rectangle kind of in the middle. They've got little light when you press them, like it's got a little place where a light would light up on it.
Should I press more of these buttons?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
Although, I do want one of those.
Maybe I should just type in what do buttons do? Or help.
Can you type
Question
in,
mark.
Yeah,
Can you-
question mark.
Can you type in Bing and then have it take you to Google?
No, the world ends.
Oh.
Okay.
Meridius would like to take a couple steps into the cave.
Okay. All right. Give me just one moment.
Oh, yeah, ready.
All right, so we will go over to the map here. And the map.
Please don't. Gio loves that song. I have to play it every time we get in the car. Every damn time.
Meridius, you step a little bit into the cave there, and Everybody else
Everyone
can see a
should be blacked
thing.
out, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I see nothing.
I just see a black
darkness.
rectangle.
And so, what I see on screen is all I can see, right? Like there's.
Yep. There's just rock walls, rock floor, ceilings about 15 feet high.
And it looks like it just like dead ends on what I can see.
Yeah. I mean, here, if you actually,
it doesn't.
see, as you're walking in, you can kind of see. As you kind of walked in like this, you can kind of see that there's more to it in that way.
Oh, okay.
This little thing right here is blocking your vision.
Okay.
Okay. Mauritus just disappears into the cave. Well, doesn't disappear, but he steps about 3 paces in.
Over comms, I'm asking him what he sees.
At this moment, with this angle, I see nothing in this cave.
So is it safe for us to proceed in behind you?
Well, I mean, it looks like as you come in, we'll be going to the right. And like I said, I don't see anything right now. I don't see bodies or equipment or anything from this perspective.
All right, and I'll go ahead and follow him in then.
Okay.
Kai would go in as well.
I'm not sure if everybody has dark vision or not, but those tokens are on the map.
I do.
I do have dark vision, but my token can't see anything.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm meant to see what.
I don't know if either one of us can, Rican, because of what's right in front of me.
Yeah.
So, Kai,
should I come in with you guys?
you are you half elf?
Yep.
Okay.
Mordecai,
Does the mech fit through the cave opening?
stay
It
in
does
the mech
not.
Oh, okay.
and keep watch. If you see anything or anybody, let us know.
Is that better?
Okay, you got it. I can do that.
Yep, I can see now.
I still can't see. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted.
Yeah, I didn't know you were in. So,
Yeah, my food got here, so I ran to scarf it down and then realized I was muted.
okay.
What'd you order?
McDonald's.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Man,
Right,
same
yeah,
token
so
too, huh?
All of you should have
Yeah.
night vision. So,
I guess I'll move right there. Well, guys, I see a dead body, or what looks to be a dead body.
Yep. I'll push up to it.
do you have control of your token, Josh? Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. And I didn't know this before, guys, but on Roll20, if you select your token, you can actually use your arrow keys to move around.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
snap. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it updates your night vision or not, but you can use it to move around.
It does.
Yeah, it
'Cause
does.
It rotates.
That's
What if you guys want to investigate the body? I can move ahead a little bit.
So as you approach the body, it does look like that of one of the soldiers, probably. You can roll investigation if you want to check the body.
Yeah, I'll check it.
I'll
Okay.
go with you, Sanasi.
Okay.
The 12.
12. Okay, so wearing kind of light armor. The armor looks like it's been mostly destroyed, and you do find a rifle on the body or laying near it.
I'll go ahead and comms and say, guys, as you keep on going deeper, I can see 2 more bodies.
So, Stanasi, roll a perception check right there.
Okay.
So, what you guys just crossed right there is right where Elril's standing is water that's just kind of running out from under the rocks and kind of running off under the rocks to the bottom here.
So I rolled an
That's
18.
what Meridius heard.
Yep, that's what you were hearing, the running water. You rolled an 18. So off in the distance, about over like here, you see something unusual, something like dark, like kind of like standing. It almost looks like someone standing like with a trench coat wrapped around them or something, like a dark trench coat.
All right, so I'll
You see, you also see over here in this corner what looks to be like some remains of like bones, and you see another like soldier's body here and one off down to here.
in comms, I'll go ahead and say, guys, we're not alone. Prepare for anything. Also, don't make too much noise crossing the water. I think we should. Can I tell the direction that that figure is looking towards? Probably not, right?
You know, I mean, not with that roll. You can't tell which way it's really looking.
Okay.
Imagine if somebody was like wearing like dark clothing and had like something pulled up around their face, and was it kind of looks something like that.
What you're saying is it looks kind of like my token?
Yeah. I'm gonna head. Oh, I guess I can't head left. It looks like it's blocked that path. Oh no, because I can see that way. I'm gonna head to the left, guys. I think we should.
So as you're kind of moving closer, you hear like this moaning sound that just echoes off the walls. And I need
from up here still.
I need all 4 of you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
$13. I don't like that. I don't.
1.
You rolled a 1?
21.
I don't like that.
Oh man. Okay.
21.
21?
I rolled with 21 as well.
20. Kai, did you roll a 1? Is that what you said?
Natural 1.
Natural. You are petrified of whatever this thing is. You are frightened. You cannot get out of this place quick enough.
Kai turns and runs.
As you turn to run, there is as you get to about right there, there's another one of those like cloaked person standing right here, and you just stop in your tracks.
Am I scared of that one too?
Yes, and you can't move forward. You're just like stuck in between these two things. Stanasi, you also see one standing down here.
Oh shit. What's the effect of my roll?
No, you saved.
Okay.
Barely, but you did.
Barely. Okay.
I look back at Meridius and go, what are these things?
We need to fall back. We have one behind us. Because Meridius turned and saw Kai take off running. We need to fall back.
So as you start to fall back, it's like it opens up its like trench coat, and it looks like wings as it lifts off the ground and starts to fly. All of these things do that. As it looks almost like, Meridius, you would think it looks kind of like a
What the fuck is that?
it looks like a manta ray or something, just like flying. It has like these eyes that go across that kind of glisten in a row across its face. And I'll need everybody to roll initiative that's inside the cave.
15.
All right, so we have an initiative tracker. So let me go ahead and clear that off real quick.
Cleric feed. Oh,
I just turned it. I just turned mine in.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, I had to get rid of all the old ones.
Should I re-roll? Is that a re-roll then?
No, you don't have to re-roll. You just have to hit the initiative button and type it in. Yep. And I need to roll. Oh, yes. That is an excellent roll.
As soon as we saw them, could I be talking to Mordecai?
You could, yeah. As you were kind of making your way back out.
Mordecai. I don't know if
Yes.
you know how to shut that thing off, but try getting out of the cockpit and seeing if everything shuts down. We need you in here now.
Okay.
Okay, Mordecai, roll initiative, and then on your turn, you can be doing these moves to get into the cave. So,
Okay.
Here we go. Creatures going first. Is that for all three creatures too, Diz? Right?
yep. Usually the same type of creature. I do them all at the same time. So,
Oh joy. Oh fun. Oh rapture.
interesting. Hadn't read that part of it. Okay. Do we got Meridius or Mordecai on the board? Sorry.
Well, I
You
don't know
can't
where
click
the
your
line
token,
is
can
at,
you?
So no.
Here, I'm
not.
gonna put your token on the board, so you can click on it.
Yay.
All right. So, all right, my turn first. So what's gonna happen here is we're gonna go. Distance. Okay, cool. All right, so can only make the one attack at Eahdale. That's probably gonna miss. That is an 8. Yeah, so that's definitely gonna miss. So the very first attack comes through and misses. This one flies around to the side here, and this one kind of moves in. And Kai, your turn.
What can I do?
You can run away. At the end of your turn, you can roll a save again. But
Yeah, I mean, that's what he would do. So
okay. So you can start to kind of run out of the cave and then roll your save.
yeah, I wouldn't dash, but I would run to there. I
Okay.
can't run to there because I have 40 move speed.
Yeah, it doesn't say that you have to use all your movement. Yeah, so
And then roll. I can can roll another wisdom save.
Wisdom saving throw.
That one might be better. Wisdom is not bad-ish. It's a 12 on the dice plus 3, so it's a 15.
15. Okay. Yep. So you save. You're no longer afraid. Meridius.
But am I naked?
You might be. It's dark in the cave.
So
dark.
how
Yeah, it's hot.
high are they flying?
The cave in this area here is probably about 20 feet high. It came down to about within like 10 feet of Eahdale.
But are any of them within, like if I was right up on one, within swinging range?
They're not very high off the ground at the moment. I'd say they're maybe 5 feet off the ground. As it kind of lunged forward, all of them, and took flight.
All right, so I'm gonna move to right here, and I'm gonna cast Gust of Wind at this one.
Okay. At that one? Okay.
It has to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from me in the direction of the line.
All right. So strength saving throw?
Yes, it has to be to 13.
All right. So as you do that, this one just disappears. This one just vanishes, just kind of like smoke, and just vanishes away.
Okay. Then I guess that'll end my turn because that was my action, so I can't really say anything.
Okay. We got Stanasi.
Yep, I'm going to target this one down here,
Okay.
and I'm going to use Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
There you go. That is
24.
24 to hit.
All right. So as you cast this at it, it like goes through it, and it also just kind of smoke just disappears.
What the fuck is this? All right, and that'll just be the end of my turn then.
All right. Mordecai.
Okay.
So, what are you doing?
Okay, I take my hands off the controls and I try to open the cockpit.
Okay. All right. So you open the cockpit. That'll probably take half your movement to dismount, and then you have to climb down. As you kind of exit the thing, you see it kind of go back into like a seated position, and then you could probably use your other 15 foot of movement to climb down to the ground.
Okay, so I am now on the ground.
So then, if you want to dash, you can.
Sure, I will dash.
Okay, so dashing would probably get you to about right here in the cave.
Okay, then I will end my turn.
Okay. All right, Eahdale.
Yeah, so I will shoot a guiding bolt straight up in the air at this guy.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, not guiding bolt. Sacred flame, the cantrip version. The cantrip, not the. That is a saving throw.
It is. Would
Yeah.
you say it's Sacred Flame?
Yeah, dexterity 14.
Dexterity 14. All right, that is a natural 17, so that is a success,
All right.
even without the bonus.
Well, in that case, I will cast, which is why I was doing the sacred flame. Right behind its head, I will cast spiritual weapon, and the large bastard sword of helm will appear.
Okay.
Right up above it. And I believe it gets an attack on its turn as well, right?
It does as it enters the battlefield. It does. Just find a. We'll use this one.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
Ooh. 11 damage.
Okay.
That one disappear in a puff of smoke
Nope.
or anything?
It does not. It kind of
Alright.
swipes at its tail and kind of gashes into it. Doing force damage, I think, right?
Spiritual weapon, it looks like the force symbol.
Use
force
the
damage.
force. All right, round 2 is the creature's turn as it. Let me read this just so I know it exactly. All right, so it is going to engage you right there, and it's going to make 2 attacks at you. First one is a natural 20.
Holy shit.
The second one is not a natural 20, so the second one is a 13.
I just get the shit beat out of me and then somehow block the second one with the shield.
All right, so it bites you with the first attack, doing 13 points of damage to you, piercing damage.
Holy shit. These things are strong, boys.
And then it kind of whips its tail around, but you block it with your shield. I wish that had like a disengage. I wish it worked like a rogue, but it don't. All right, Kai.
Hold on. So I would move 5, 10. And I don't see anything.
Yeah, the one that was there is gone.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have had my back, so I would just kind of run up there and stop, and that would
Yeah.
be my turn.
All right. You'd probably see the battle going on off to your left.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't get there though, so
All right. Meridius.
I'm going to move to right here. And since my wind's still heading, I guess as far as the map looks, heading north, I'll keep it there for now so I don't impede my team.
Mm-hmm.
Then how far is that guy from me? I want to cast command on it.
All right. So what is the save on that?
A wisdom 13.
All right. Well, that's not a horrible roll. Let's see what we got. Okay. It fails that. So what do you command it to do?
Fall prone.
Okay. So it's only about 5-ish feet from the floor, so it just kind of drops to the floor.
And that'll end my turn.
Make sure it's not immune to prone or something. Alright. Alright, so we've got Stanasi up next.
Do I have advantage on him now since he's prone?
You would have advantage, yes, if you're doing a melee attack.
Okay, only a melee attack.
So let's see. Approach.
I'm going to. Do I have any spell slots? I don't even think. Oh, I do. Oh, okay. I'm going to attack with Frostbite,
All right.
which is a Constitution saving throw of 13.
All right. Hang on just 1 second to make sure. So apparently with command, it has to understand your language before it can follow the command. So did you say that in common?
I do primordial as far as that goes.
I mean,
With it being with it looking water,
yeah.
I would have talked to primordial or tried to.
Okay. Let's see.
Since you said it looked like a mana raid.
I'm gonna roll on it because it's iffy. So I'm just gonna roll, and I'll go low. Low will go in my favor. High will go in your favor.
Okay.
Because it doesn't actually speak primordial, but it speaks a language that is kind of related to it. So it might. There's a possibility it could understand it. So it is high. So we will have it just. It's just prone. All right, Stanasi, what do I have to roll?
DC saving throw. Constitution, sorry.
Con? Okay. That is a 17.
So I will miss. And as a let's see here. Roll for damage. Alright, never mind, it's rolling for damage. As a bonus action, I'm going to sacrifice a spell slot to gain an extra sorcery point.
Okay.
So I have 4 for the duration of this encounter right now, and that'll be the end of my turn.
All right, Mordecai.
All right, I am going to move here. Which I see Kai.
Yep.
And then I'm going to dash up here to next to Kai.
Okay.
That'll win my turn.
All right, Elreal.
I'm going to go, son of a, that hurt, and cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
Cure Wounds, level 1. Ooh, that's 14 hit points back.
All right.
So I think that puts me back up at full health. Yeah. And then I'm gonna pull almost with my sword, act like I swing, and as I act like I swing, I'm gonna pull the spiritual weapon forward and swing at it again.
Okay. Just so you know, the spiritual weapon doesn't give you advantage.
Yeah, it doesn't actually.
I did research on it where I play cleric, you know, so it doesn't count as an actual creature. 24 hits, yeah.
+6.
Mm-hmm.
And 11 damage. I think that was the same damage as last time.
Yeah.
I think I rolled 7.
Now it
twice
would
on my
have
damage.
advantage. It would have advantage on the attack because it is prone, and you are doing a melee attack.
Oh, let me roll again and see if I can get that 20. Nope, that's a 5.
All right,
We good.
So we'll stay with the 11. All right. So that's your bonus action. And you
And
do
my
cure
action was to
wounds.
heal myself. So
Yep.
yeah.
mhm. So you're I guess you're done then, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's see. So command only lasts for 1 round, so it would last until we get back to Meridius. So it is going to, from a prone state, it's going to attack. We'll just flip a coin to see. It's going to attack Stanasi.
Ready.
That is a 10.
That does not hit.
Second attack is cocked. I'm going to re-roll that. It went all over the place. All right. This one is a 20.
Yeah, that one does hit.
All right, so it whips around with its tail and does D8 worth of damage. So that is 7 points of slashing damage, I would think. Yep. 7 points of
Alright.
slashing damage to you.
Cool.
All right, Kai.
Okay. Not seeing any other enemies, I would 5, 10, 35, 40, and then I would dash on. Yeah, I can move through that. So 20, 25. 35, 40. And I don't think.
Goodness, Kai can move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I can. Yeah, that's all I can
Monks,
do.
bro.
I know.
I miss my monk.
My turn.
I'm surprised it didn't run up on the ceiling and jump over to
Could I have
Meridius.
actually got that far? Is this water right here difficult terrain?
It's not difficult terrain, no. It's very shallow.
Okay. Is this actual landmass or is this wall?
Yep, you could stand there.
Then I will move to right here. And I will stab it with my trident. So 15 plus 6, so 21 to hit.
21 hits. Yep. You do have advantage, by the way.
Oh, that's right. 16 plus 6, so 22 to hit.
22 hits, yeah.
And then that's 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And then that'll end my turn.
All right, Stanasi.
I am going to once again take aim at him. And I'm going to cast Witch Bolt this time.
Okay.
And so that is DC of Constitution of 13 to save. No, that's the wrong one. Oh no, sorry, I'm wrong. That is 3 to hit. Right?
That's 3 cold damage.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so yeah,
so it is a
13.
Constitution save.
Okay, yeah.
So
It
it is a DC 13 con save for me. And I rolled a natural 14. Sorry.
Okay, so I'm
does
gonna
it do
go
half
ahead.
damage, or is it just a cantrip?
It's just a it is a concentration.
Frostbite. It is cantrip. Yeah.
Are you doing frostbite or witch bolt?
Witch bolt.
Oh, that might have been from earlier. The witch bolt is the one below. So
Yeah.
he rolled an 8 to hit, so that misses
Yeah.
anyway. Yep.
Okay.
Sorry.
So no, that's fine. That's fine. That's why I was confused for a second. I'm gonna use my meta magic and spend 2 sorcery points.
Okay.
Right? Is that the one? Yeah. If you make an attack roll for a spell and miss, you can spend 2 sorcery points to re-roll the d20.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use that.
Go ahead.
And I'm gonna re-roll that d20.
Yep.
And a 9, which
9.
still misses, right?
Roll 20.
But it's better.
I mean, it is better, but all right. Well, cool. That I'm going to back away from this guy now. Am I able to cross through this here or no? These,
You
like, rocks
can,
that are
yeah.
here?
There's just rocks on the ground, so you just kind of
All right, I'm gonna-
there'd be like difficult terrain right there, so it would just take 10 right there just for that one
Alright.
spot. It's also going to take its attack of opportunity on you as
How
you go
so?
to move away, because it's a large creature,
Oh,
so
it is. Mother. Okay.
you're touching it there.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
And
But
to be
he's
fair,
prone,
Witch
so
Bolt
it's-
Witch Bolt is a range spell. You would have had disadvantage on it, so
Well, there you go.
but that's okay.
But
It
he's
missed anyway, so.
prone and he's rolling with disadvantage, right?
No, actually, I don't think prone gives you disadvantage on melee attacks, as far as I know. I could double check myself.
Definitely not Stanasi's night, guys.
Prone. I do forget these things sometimes. Prone. Prone creature movement is crawl, blah, blah, blah. Creature has... It does have a disadvantage on attack rolls. You are correct. So, good call. I rolled on the disadvantage with its tail whippy, a 16 though.
Yeah, well, that hits.
So that is another 7 points of slashing damage.
Cool. And at this point, you'll see that Stanasi is starting to get a little rough looking right now.
All right, so we got like a little red dot there that we put on when you're. Oh, you get 2 red dots now. I'll take mine off.
Oh, he
Here,
took
you-
his off.
There it
You
is.
put
There
it
it is. There it is.
There you go. You got it. All right, Mordecai.
All right, so Mordecai is going to move up here. Oh, Jesus. All right. Mordecai suddenly sees this large flying thing up in the air. And he decides he does not like it, and he is going to cast Firebolt.
All right.
So that would be a 14 to hit.
A 14. That hits. Just barely, but it does hit. Oh, did you roll a disadvantage though? It's prone.
I did not roll with disadvantage. Well, I rolled the exact same thing the second time, so
Oh, awesome. Okay, hits then.
I still hits for 1 damage.
1 damage. Okay.
Yep, 1 damage. That will end my turn.
All right. Ernwil.
I'm going to go over here because she ran for me, and I'm going to reach up and put a hand on her shoulder and go, stop, and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
So that is one. That's a 4 on the dice, so 11 hit points back to you.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna turn around and kind of flick my wrist and have the sword attack it again.
Okay, so make your attack with advantage. Still prone at the moment.
That's a 25, 19 plus.
25 hits, yeah.
Then with advantage, I'm not at 20. No. So, holy, what the fuck did I just roll? I'm gonna re-roll that because it showed that I got a 12 somehow on a D8.
Okay.
Yeah, 7 damage that time.
7.
It was showing like 16 points of damage or something. I was like, I only get a D8 plus 4. The most I could get is a 12.
All right, round 3. This thing picks back up off the ground, starts flying. As it does, it kind of whips around and makes an attack at Meridius. And that is gonna miss. That is a 13.
Yep.
And then whips its tail at Kai. And that is a 20.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, for 5 points of slashing damage.
Owie.
All right. And it is your turn.
I don't like that it slashed at me, so I'm gonna punch it in its slimy face.
It does have a slimy face.
So I get advantage because I'm across from Meridius, right?
Yep. You are.
That might not hit. Actually, it's a 16.
16 hits, I do believe. Yep.
Okay. That is 4 points of damage. And I'm gonna go ahead and burn a key point.
Okay.
I'm going to flurry its blows.
Not the blows of the flurry.
So the first one is a natural 20. Second one is a 17 plus 6, so it's a 22.
Both hit.
So first damage is 7. That's the natural 20 damage. And second damage is 7 because I rolled a 4 that time.
Okay.
And I would like him to make a dexterity saving throw. DC, wait. Yeah, DC 13 dex saving throw.
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 13.
Well, crap. Well, I was going to knock him prone, but
Yeah.
I mean, he still took what, 21 points of damage?
I will just have take my solace in that I smacked him in his ugly face.
Kai is definitely our DPS at the moment.
I miss scrapping.
And
All right.
It's my turn.
Meridius.
I'm gonna hit him with trident again.
Okay.
That is a 15 plus 6, so 21 to hit.
21. That hits.
All right. I'm gonna add divine smite to this.
Okay.
Oh, smite him, of a mighty smiter.
Buck's like, you want to see DPS? Here's DPS.
All right, you want them all want it all together, or you want radiant first, or
You can give it all together. It doesn't have any resistance like that, so
okay, so that's 18 points of damage.
18. Okay.
And I will end my turn.
Okay. Stenasi and then Mordecai.
Yeah, she's feeling a little better now. We're gonna go ahead and I can't talk. Cast Firebolt at him.
Mhm.
Try that this time. That is a 22 to hit. Yeah,
That hits. Hmm.
looks like 5 damage. Right? Is that what that? No, sorry. No, I gotta roll the D. My bad.
Oh yeah, you click the damage. So
Yeah.
4 damage.
4 damage. And then I'm going to once again with my bonus action convert my sorcery points. So I'm gonna expend another spell slot, and so I'm back up to 3 sorcery points now.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the end of my turn.
All right. Mordecai.
So Mordecai was really upset that he did not bring this thing down last time. So Mordecai is going to spend 1 sorcery point, and he is going to cast Firebolt twice at this thing.
All right.
So
Twinning
first
it?
bolt does a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, second bolt is a 9 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay, does not hit. So okay. So damage for the first bolt is 8.
That's better.
And that ends his turn.
All right. So Ernwil.
I take a quick glance around. Is anybody looking hurt?
Just off of the glance, no, you don't see anybody bloody.
Then I throw a quick sacred flame at the guy.
Okay.
That is a dexterity 14 saving throw.
Natural 15.
God damn.
I've rolled good on all the saves.
As he looks up to dodge it, I have the sword just crack back down into his. Good lord, you are saving like crazy today. I don't know that that's gonna hit. 14.
14 hits, just barely.
Thank the Lord, I can do something. And that is 8 points of damage.
Okay, 8 points force damage. No, anything else?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right, on the creature's turn, it lets out this like moaning like cry. Everyone else has already saved from it. Mordecai, you need to make a save, wisdom save.
Be 5.
5. Okay, you are frightened of this creature now,
All right.
which I think you have disadvantage on attacks against it, and you can't move closer to it. Guess I will give you a flag. Is the symbol. All right,
Makes
so
sense.
as it does that, it
Chilling.
tries to fly like around you guys.
I would like to take an opportunity attack. please.
Okay, go ahead.
I too would like to.
I would like to, but it's not going to do anything.
So, question is, I
Hmm?
get one because he came past me. Does
It
my
did come
sword
in
also
contact.
get one?
No, it does not. Yeah.
Okay.
I've also looked that up.
I didn't know how that worked, so I was like, do
Yeah.
I get to swing twice?
Because it doesn't get reactions. It can't react. So
Yeah.
I rolled a
Yeah.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
7 points of damage.
7. Okay. And just so you know, just to be fair, you can also use Divine Smite on any attack that you make. Not that you have to.
22
just
to hit
throwing it out there. 22 hits.
with another 7 damage.
7 damage. And Kai, what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
4 does not hit.
That's what I figured. And at that point, I've got to call it, gentlemen. I've got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, we're almost done. So,
We can finish this round maybe, but yeah, I got to go.
yeah, it's your turn here. So, it flew over there, which may be
Yeah.
within your reach
Yeah, I can make it to it.
as a monk.
Diz, while that's going on, do you mind checking your DM?
Sure. Yeah.
It's a 16 total.
Yep, 16 hits.
And it's not bloody yet, is it?
It actually is. Yeah, I forgot to mark it, so I still forget to do that. It is bloodied. It is well bloodied.
So 7, does the first attack kill it? 7 damage.
7 damage. No, it does not kill it on the first attack. No.
Okay, then I will spend another key point. First flurry of blows attack is a 12 plus 6, so it's an 18. The second one is a 16 plus 6, so they both hit. First damage is 4. Second damage is 5. And he needs to
Okay.
make a DC 13 dex saving throw.
So you said 4 and 5,
Yeah, 9 total.
9 total. Okay.
If he is
Still
alive, yes.
alive.
He needs to make a dex 13 save.
Oh, that is cocked. Let's roll again. And it was cocked between a 1 and another number, and then I rolled it again and it rolled a 1. So
Right.
it was meant to be a 1.
He is now prone.
It may be prone forever for life. All right. Like you hit its wing, and it's like its wing just goes limp, and it goes down to the ground. It's trying to like crawl away from you.
And that
All
is
right.
my turn.
Meridius.
I'm gonna move to right here,
Hmm?
and I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
That is a 16 to hit,
16 hits.
and I'm going to cast Divine Smite on him again.
Okay.
That is 15 points of damage.
All right. So Kai hits it in the wing, and it goes limp, like it falls down on the ground. And here comes
Oh, I forgot to roll with advantage. Oh, I
here
did
comes
better.
Meridius just flying through the air with his trident. It comes down and just pins the thing to the ground, and it twitches, and then says it's almost like a language that comes out of its mouth, and then it just kind of goes limp.
Am I able to make out any of it since you said it's kind of like primordial?
No, I mean it is vaguely similar. It's
Oh,
not.
okay.
It's not close enough where.
How similar is Abyssal to Primordial?
No, it's not at all. Not at all.
I was just
Not
fishing
even
for
close.
Abyssal. I didn't know.
No. Does anyone speak deep speech?
Uh,
Matter of fact, no, I don't.
Actually, not me.
So, all right, so clearing off the turn order there.
I almost picked it so I could listen to your fucking beholders.
Can I rewind time a little bit and cast comprehend languages?
No.
Well, I'd like to cast the spell share and turn back time.
I could turn back time.
All right, so
I'm gonna keep exploring the cave.
if you want, we can. If you want to investigate the cave real quick, we can do that, and then call it, or we can save that till next time. What do you want to do?
We can say that the next time. Yeah, Josh gotta get sleep.
Let's call it. Josh has got a big week ahead of him.
All right.
Yeah.
So we will pick up here next time as you guys are going through the cave to figure out, what exactly was happening here, and what all these piles of bones are. So.
And Josh is hurt right now.
Josh is hurt.
Is
What?
Kai hurt right now?
Oh no,
Yes.
no.
He is?
Meridius will turn to Kai and look at him and go, "Did pretty good beating the snot out of this thing." And I'll put a hand on him and cure him for 10 points with lay on hands.
Okay.
Close my browser window. So yeah,
I'll add it to your guy here.
that puts me back to 4. So all right, folks.
I'll put it on the token.
I will see you all next week.
Okay.
Good night, Josh.
Later, Josh.
Later, Josh. We're
Good
gonna
night.
call it there, guys, and pick up 2 weeks from tonight on this campaign. We'll have D&D next Saturday on the other campaign, Cataclysm, and as always, me and Clan will be doing retro tomorrow evening, continuing the adventure of Baker, right? The adventures of
Right.
Baker in search of party hats.
Right. We've only got like one more party hat to go.
One more party hat, and then the big party
That's
time.
right.
So,
It's excellent.
so come check that out, and then we'll figure out where Baker's next adventure will be.
That's true.
In Baker 2, the search for more party hats. That's where
More
Baker's
party
adventure
hats.
will be.
So that one be a lot of raging on my part, I imagine.
Yes,
So-
will throw his controller.
But we've had fun. Hope you had fun, and come back and join us next time. So we'll see you later.
Bye, chat.
Bye.
Bye.